Good afternoon and welcome to Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana High School. I'm Scott Batts, and it is a delight to bring you a very special day of football. It is Navarro College hosting the Blinn Buccaneers. It is Hall of Fame Day. We will get you the all of the guys there as we'll take it right down quickly to the Navarro band, the sound of Navarro with Hail Navarro. Thanks to the Sound of Navarro Band for providing our alma mater. It is the top 15 Navarro Bulldogs hosting the Blinn Buccaneers. With me, as always, my good friend, my colleague, Michael Busby. It is football time, and that's really all we need to know. But we got a big game here. It is the conference leadership is on the line here at the end of 60 minutes.
Well, first off, Scott, you know, like you said, today is a great day for football.
That you've given us today, God, and we thank you that we are
in prayer right now.
Just blessed. Today, I pray over these players from both teams, the coaches from both teams. I pray, Father, that you'll put a hedge of protection about all of them for their safety, that you'll watch over them and protect them throughout this game. And as the other team travels home this afternoon, God, we pray your blessings upon them. And God, we just pray that you'll bless all those who are here in the stands as spectators, that you'll watch over this arena today, and may your blessings be upon all of us. And we thank you and we praise you in Jesus' name.
Okay, like I was just saying, you know, hey, today is a great day football. Great temperatures. I mean, you know, it's homecoming, Navarro, and you know, I'm really looking forward to this ball game today.
Well, it is Hall of Fame day, game day, Hall of Fame day, and of course, I do want to take this opportunity to mention our sports information director, Mike Monfort, entered into the class of 2025. We welcome him into the Hall of Fame along with 8 other individuals and a team, and we'll give you all of those before the day is over. And so let's take it back down to the Sound of Navarro for our national anthem. Sound of Navarro under the direction of Joshua Buckrucker, and great job for the ladies and gentlemen down there. But it is the top of the conference is up for grabs today. Blinn at 1-0. It's very young in the conference season. Navarro at 2-0, coming off of a absolutely dismantling of the Kilgore Rangers, 53-10. Talking with Mike Montford, our newest inductee into the Hall of Fame, he said that's one of the most lopsided victories in the history of that storied matchup between those two teams, and coming off that and into today makes it a big matchup.
With today being a big game, here in Navarro, it's homecoming. I mean, you got exes coming back home. You got Hall of Famers here today. You kind of want that energy from last week to kind of spill over to this week. You want to take control of the ball game early in the ball game.
Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups if we could. Thanks to Coach Ryan Taylor for providing that. We got a chance to visit with him during the Hall of Fame luncheon before the team meal, so we were very appreciative of his time today. Starting at center is Carlos Betancourt, the sophomore 6'3", man from Arlington Summit. At right tackle is Terry Thomas, number 71, the sophomore from Arlington Martin. At right guard is Quentin McCarty from Brownwood, the sophomore offensive lineman, number 54. At left guard is Penai Massima, the sophomore 6'2", from Euless Trinity High School, the Trojans there. And at left tackle from Silsbee, Texas, Xander Horton, the sophomore offensive lineman. At the skill positions is obviously two tight end set with Nakari Ashley, the big sophomore tight end from Marietta, Georgia. Also Mason Muawu, the 6'7" sophomore. Two little guys are tight end, Michael.
Yeah,
from
6'7".
From Campbell, Hawaii. At the wide receiver positions, Israel Aluto Judah, the freshman from Katy. Other ones mentioned, Jakari McDonald, the 5'8" freshman from Myers Park, North Carolina, and Micah Simpson. And you cannot have an offensive set without Micah Simpson in it, the sophomore from Greenville. Talk about him and his game that we saw against Garden City.
Well, with Micah Simpson, he has to be accounted for on every single play. You have to find him. If you're on defense, you have to find him and where he's lined up at, because he's one of those players that can take one to the house. He can take a short pass, screen pass, pitch, whatever, and take it to the house. So you have got to know where he's at all times.
Absolutely. Other two in the starting lineup for the Bulldogs today, number 23, Sergio Snyder, the 5'11" freshman from Arlington, Texas. And then, of course, number 13, the quarterback, sophomore 6'1", Ryan Shackleton from McKinney. The McKinney Lion gets the start for Ryan Taylor's Navarro Bulldogs. Let's look at the defense. Across the defensive front at the defensive tackle position, number 48, Jason Douglas, the 6'3" freshman from DeSoto. He knows a little bit about football. At the defensive lineman positions let's find those guys. Let's just go through the defense. Defensive lineman Ramon Pernes, the 6'4" freshman from Tomball. At the linebacker position, Isaiah Levels, the 6'3" sophomore from Ayala, California. And then the others on the defensive front are all skill numbers here, so that ought to tell you the quickness that these gentlemen possess. Adrian Oneyego from Rogers, Minnesota, the 6'3" freshman. Cole Smith, inside linebacker, 6'2" freshman from McKinney Boyd. At one of the other cornerback positions, Camaro Mayo, the freshman, 5'10", from Parkway, Louisiana. The free safety, Marjavius Moss, the 6' sophomore from Northwood, Louisiana. So that the state next door is covered well here at Navarro College. Walker DeHarst, the 6'3" freshman from San Antonio, inside linebacker. Defensive end, Moses Matabuike from Arlington. We called his name a lot in that game against Garden City. The other defensive back, J.P. Patterson, the 6'2" sophomore from McKinney Boyd. And the final piece of the defensive starting lineup, Travis Roman, the 6'2" sophomore from Nederland, the Nederland Bulldog, if you will, as the captains are out front. We will get the particulars for our kickoff today, and it is Navarro winning the toss, and they will receive. So the Bulldogs will have it. Now, let's just call this what it is. All of these games are rivals. So, I mean, we can't just say, okay, let's pick this one and call it a rival game. But I think one of the keys to now is Navarro needs to get off to a quick start. They did it in the game that we saw. They've done it in the 2 games that we didn't see against New Mexico Military and against Kilgore last week. But they've got to keep that pressure on, Michael.
Well, just like you're just saying, in all their ball games, they've had quick starts, and the Garden City game that we watched or whatever, that we did, they kind of lost a little momentum.
Absolutely.
And you got to keep that intensity up from, not just the beginning of the game. You got to carry it into the start of the second half and finish the game with that same intensity. I had a high school coach that told me one time, good teams win, but great teams, when they got you down, they keep on beating you.
Well, and good teams find a way to win when you don't play well, and they didn't play very well in the second half. Got behind by double digits and made that mad dash comeback. Just not able to do that against Garden City. 2 very, very solid road wins against New Mexico Military and against the Kilgore Rangers. Just an absolutely dominating effort last Saturday afternoon in Kilgore, where that 53-10 was a masterpiece for Coach Taylor. I told him that today, and he goes, it kind of surprised all of us. So it's good to know. Kicking off for the Blinn Buccaneers, let's see, that is number 32. And let's see, no, that's actually number 40. I'll get that right in a little bit. It's going to come down to the 5-yard line, and we're underway here in Corsicana. And that is, I believe that's going to be Simpson, is it not? It is Micah Simpson. And he takes the kickoff. And they'll mark him around the 30.
They're going to mark him out around probably about looks like the.
No, they're going to put him out at the 24 actually.
The 24, but as you can see, tempers are already starting to flare.
Just underway here in Corsicana Community National Bank and Trust Stadium. Want to thank the young fella out there with the leaf blower, getting rid of all those crickets that have blown in over the weekend. My ball game last night had those as well. Swing left pass, and that is Simpson on the run, catches it on the run. He's going to pick up big yardage on first down. Check the flag.
Yeah, once again, Michael Simpson just take that swing pass out to the left, and he just does his thing. He's got the speed, he's got the quickness, he's got the vision. He's got the total package, and that's why, like I said, you've got to find Michael Simpson.
And they're going to spot foul that right at the stick, so we're at the point where the tackle was made. So it's going to basically be 1st and 10 again. So you get 10, you lose 10. That doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't happen very often, but I'd very much rather have a 1st and 10 twice.
It's a do-over, basically.
This is the football version of a mulligan.
That's it. That mulligan works. First, so let's try this again. 1st and 10, Navarro. They'll go 3 wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field from their own 24-yard line. They'll send a man in motion, and now they'll hit across the middle, and he's got a big target. Number 11, Nakari Ashley, the sophomore tight end. First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, Nakari Ashley, he just literally ran right there behind where the linebackers were and stopped and turned around. And there's the ball. He done a great job of catching that pass because it had a little mustard on it.
Shackleton, the McKinney Lion, does not pull any punches on. He turns one loose. When he turns it loose, you're going to have to catch it in self-defense sometimes. First down, 10 Bulldogs at the 37-yard line. Beautiful day here on a Saturday for college football in Texas. 3 wide receivers. Again, Shackleton pass going over the top this time. He's got Simpson. He's got Micah Simpson towing the line. First down, Bulldogs.
Man, that's just a great job of Simpson turning around, finding the ball, and Shackleton finding Simpson because that was pretty good defensive coverage, and Simpson just goes up and high points that one and comes down with it.
No huddle now for the Bulldogs, and they'll give it to Sergio Snyder. Snyder with the swivel hips, and he'll pick up 12 yards down to the 26-yard line. First down, Bulldogs. What do you get after one first down for Navarro? Another first down.
Yeah, Snyder takes that handoff off the right side and just cuts it back up against the grain. And
And if it ain't broke, don't do it. A big hole on the left side. And the only guy that would have kept them from playing the Navarro College fight song was the man who made the tackle there at the 21-yard line.
Yes, and
pick up a 5.
And that was Cedric Lamette, the cornerback, the 5'10" cornerback out of Beaumont, Hampshire, Fournette, to be exact.
The Longhorn. 2nd down, 5. 3 wide receivers. Now they'll slow the offense down just a shade. And they're going to play fake to Simpson and then hit a wide open receiver. And this is going to be number 18 on the catch, and that is Mason Muwalu, the other tight end. I say other one, he's just as big, and he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, Mason Muwalu takes it like a little swing pass, and looks like a turf monster may have jumped up and got it.
It looked like he might have slipped just a shade. As Navarro already in Blinn territory, deep in Blinn territory at the 11-yard line. They'll play fake to Simpson, and it's Shackleton on the keeper. He'll get inside the 10 to the 8, and that'll set up a big 2nd down play here just 3 minutes into the contest, 12 minutes in the mark of the 1st quarter.
Well, Scott, I've noticed on this drive that Navarro they've thrown a lot of looks at Blinn.
Already,
and I mean, you've seen Simpson, you've seen both of the tight ends, and you've seen Shackleton.
Snyder. 4 wideouts here with Snyder, the only setback. And he's going to get it up the middle and pushing his way through. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That will launch the fight song from the sound of Navarro, and the Bulldogs take the early lead.
Man, Snyder just takes this just a straight dive handoff from Snyder, and there was a defender between him and the goal line, and he knew that he wanted to get to the goal line, so he run right through that defender to score. Great job, young man.
Adrian Zamundio will attempt the extra point. And the lefty boots it through. And we have a 7-0 Navarro lead. They touch the ball one time, and they punch it in for 7. 11:32 remaining in the 1st quarter. It's Navarro 7 and Blinn with their first possession coming up. We'll step away. We'll be back right after this for the kickoff. You're listening and watching Navarro Sports.
That was a good-looking drive.
Good drive. $11:32. There's the drive if you want to recap it.
I can't even see it.
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, the 76-yard drive, 8 plays and 3:24 off the clock. The 8-yard run by Sergio Snyder puts the Navarro Bulldogs up 7-0. Just set for the kickoff. 8 new inductees plus 1 team into the Hall of Fame today. Donnie Duncan from football from 1970 to 1972 was on the college team. His big director of athletics at Iowa was very pivotal in the birth of the Big 12. Welcomed in posthumously. He passed away. His wife and son-in-law were there today, so he is inducted. So congratulations to the Hall of Fame to Donnie Duncan. We'll highlight all of them at some point today. Susie Gatlin Raines, we'll go and get her as well. She was a softball player. 49 wins, 17 shutouts. Program records are still on the books today. She was first in Navarro's softball record book for shutouts, innings pitched, and single-season wins with 30. Top 5 winning percentage and stats, starts and appearances. Pretty good pitcher for Navarro softball when that was a infancy in the program there. So congratulations, Miss Susie Gatlin Raines, also in the Hall of Fame today, and it was fun to get to see her take her spot there with the red jacket, and we go from there. 11:32 is the Blinn Buccaneers will have it. It'll be number 16 is Jack Emerson from Willis will be taking the signals for the Buccaneers. And he'll drop back to pass quickly, and he'll overthrow his receiver.
Yeah, Scott, that looked like Emerson just kind of rushed that one a little bit, other than just setting his feet and just delivering the pass. I mean, the receiver was there, but he overthrew him.
Right back to the line of scrimmage. The intended receiver, number 11, Savion Conte from Huntsville. And second down in the give. They'll play it all the way out, and the ball I thought the ball came loose. I saw one of the linemen turn around. But that is number 26, and 26 is the running back that they had. I think that is Samaje.
Third down and 6.
No, actually, that is going to be Jordan Hayes.
Jordan Hayes, yeah, he was their leading rusher last week. That's correct.
Jordan Hayes out of Ruston, Louisiana.
Louisiana well represented here today. Third down and 6. And Emerson back to pass. Now he's going to have to scramble. He's got some open field, and he'll pick up the first down diving. I don't know that he just did that just to get a couple of extra yards. He already had the first down.
Well, he had the first down, but he kind of looked like he used that ref as a screen.
It was a nice screen. This is true. First down of the contest. Let's see. And they'll give that one again to Hayes. As 26 is Jordan Hayes. He'll actually lose a yard.
Yeah, he's going to lose a yard. I mean, he literally, as he gets that handoff, he runs right into the teeth of that defense, which was number 33. That was Ramon. Looked like Pernis. Ramon Pernis, yes.
Second down 11. Roughly an I formation that they'll turn over to an offset I. In the pistol formation, those are hard to see sometimes. As he hits his receiver, and his receiver here.
That is going to be Tracy James. Yes.
From Cypress Ranch. And he'll get to the 45-yard line, pickup of 6. And to the hurry up, go the Buccaneers. It'll be third down again. They'll need to convert a third down and 5. They need midfield for the first down. They trail 7-0 here in the early going on Saturday afternoon of Navarro College Bulldog football. Hazel goes to the right of Emerson, and now they'll throw into the right flat. Hit him before he even turned around. Boy, good timing on that one, but great defense that time by the Bulldogs as they bring him down. I believe that is, let's see, who is that on the catch?
That is going to be Tyler Harrington, 6'2" wide receiver out of Kingwood, Texas.
And it'll be a gain of 1, so they'll have to kick it away on their first possession.
And back deep for the Bulldogs. Is that Simpson back deep?
I would imagine so, yeah. Plenty of time. Good kick, fair catch called for and made by the Bulldogs.
At the 24-yard line for the Bulldogs.
I definitely would not have kicked that to Simpson. I don't think intentionally he intended to, but luckily he got enough height on it to where Simpson could not return that, because that is, I just wouldn't want the ball in his hands with him running forward.
Well, with the ball at the 46-yard line, you would hope that you'd get a little more length out of that to try to pin the Bulldogs deep. But pretty good field position now for the Bulldogs at 8:51 to go first quarter. Trying to go up 2 scores here. Shackleton, and the give is to Sergio Snyder, spun down at the 30.
Sergio Snyder on the carry.
He'll get out, and they might give him the 31 here, and they will. Big gain on first down.
Yes, Snyder just, Navarro's doing a great job up front. The linemen are doing a great job at opening the holes up for Snyder. And, of course, he's picking up 6, 7, 8 a pop. And as an offensive coordinator, that's exactly what you want.
Boy, that opens the playbook up big time. Second down and 3. Send a man in motion, and now Shackleton looking to go deep. Now he's going to scramble. Turns around, does a complete 360, and it is almost intercepted. Tried to get it to Micah to Micah Simpson, but that was almost picked off by Keith Crawford, who had a beat on that one and drew it into the Banks there.
If Keith Crawford can come down with that one, that had 6 rolled all over
No question about that one. There was nobody between him and Pay Dirt. Pass on the far side. And that is Snyder on the catch.
So far, we're not even pretty much halfway through the first quarter. And, man, Snyder's had a big game so far.
Back to the hurry up. And it'll be the give to Snyder. He busts this one open. Still on his feet at the 45-yard line. Down to the 42-yard line. Big gain as he rips one up the middle.
Hey, Coach, get that young man some water. He look a little tired. He's having a big first quarter.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Now Shackleton will empty the backfield. 5 wide receivers. Looking downfield, and he dumps it to his left. Looked like that one was tipped.
That is going to be the intended receiver. I think that was number 15. That is going to be Brundage.
Well, it looked like it was either tipped or an errant throw by Shackleton, so it falls incomplete. Second down 10. A lot of plays have been run in the first 7.5 minutes of this contest.
Yeah, a lot of plays have been ran, and like you said, Navarro's throwing everything they got at him right now.
Shackleton rolls right, looks downfield, and the defender slipped, and he overthrows Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson. If they connect on that one, that resets the chains. And right now it looks as though they're behind the chains. No, they're not actually behind it, but they hadn't moved anywhere.
At the 42-yard line, third down and 10. 7:13 to go here first quarter. Bulldogs lead at 7-0. And they'll send Simpson across the formation. Now Shackleton's gonna dance, move to his left, rolling left, looking downfield, and overthrows everybody. That was just a survival mode pass right there. And now the decision falls on Coach Ryan Taylor to go for it at the 42-yard line or try to pin the Buccaneers deep.
Yeah, Shackleton done. He's scrambled around that back there as long as he can. He can only scramble so long.
Looks like they're going to leave the offense on the floor, Michael.
That's the way that they're moving the ball. I mean,
and a timeout taken.
Yeah, at the way that they're moving the ball, running it and opening holes up. I mean, you can't punt it from here.
Let's highlight a couple of more. Hiram Harrison from basketball asked Coach Orr. There was a funny moment today. Asked Coach Orr to introduce him. And then, of course, Coach Lander said he made an executive decision because if Coach Orr did it, he goes, we didn't need to remember that there was a 3 o'clock kickoff for the football game today. So Coach Orr was there. Coach Lewis Orr, who was a previous member, was the one who recruited Hiram Harrison, who's still in the coaching ranks, 600 victories. Actually, I think he said he's a principal over at one of the East Texas schools. 600 career wins. He coached at Nacogdoches Central Heights, played 2 years for Navarro. Certainly a great player for them. And also Mike Monfort, our sports information specialist. Congratulations to him. 50 years in the news business, several for Navarro, has given a lot of time to Navarro College, the author of the record book for the college, and certainly instrumental to all of us who says, I wonder who did this. The first question to ask is to Mike Monfort. And the punt will be Shackleton, and he'll kick it away. And it will be dead. Oh, did it go into the end zone? It will. It will, yes. Simpson didn't see where his footwork was.
That was, of course, don't get me wrong. That was a great job of him to get back, try to get it, and keep it out of the end zone. Of course, if anybody was going to make it down there, it was definitely going to be Simpson.
They did that in the offensive set. And Shackleton with what they would call affectionately, many years ago, for all you young folks listening, that would be what we would affectionately call a quick kick. I don't know what verbiage they use now, so forgive me if I am behind the times there. 6:56 to go first quarter. Buccaneers have it. They trail at 7-0. Bulldogs right now have held them to only a couple of first downs. as Emerson will now put Hayes in motion, and now it's going to be a timeout. That is complete confusion in the Blinn offense. Did not see what they were trying to do, and I'm not real sure that Hayes had any idea what the play was because it just looked like complete confusion.
You may have seen complete confusion, but when your running back turns around and looks at your quarterback and throws his hands out like that, hey, somebody's lost.
Yeah, somebody got lost in a hurry, so yeah, that's probably a wise timeout. Both teams have now used a timeout. They have 2 remaining for the remaining quarter and a half as we are still 6:56 to go in the opening quarter. Bulldogs still in the top 15 in the country. Blinn did get votes to appear in the top 15, but Navarro still in the single digits there. I think they're in the top 10. Kilgore was in the top 10. I don't know that they'll stay after that big loss last week, so we'll check that again next time when we're on the air, which is a couple of weeks. We'll keep you updated on that. Emerson on the keeper. Emerson gobbled up in the backfield. Oh, what a play by the Bulldog defense there. That is number 90 coming in on the play. Number 90 is Rima Nuwasu, the freshman from the Woodlands.
No, that was number 9. Looks like it was number 92.
Oh, 92. I'm sorry.
92. That's going to be Raymond Jackson out of Katy, Texas.
I knew it was 90-something. So second down, and now into the open field. This is a big run by Hayes. Spins out of another one to the 50-yard line. Inside the 40. Still on his feet. Touchdown saving tackle that time by number 12 of the Bulldogs. That is Walker DeHarst, the inside linebacker. Saves that touchdown.
Yeah, Hayes just goes out there. You know, we had 3 or 4 missed tackles on that play.
55 yards on the run to the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Blinn Buccaneers. Now they are threatening. Emerson, wide open receiver on the far right. He's got him, and that's number 0. That is 0 for the Blinn Buccaneers is Aaron Andrews Jr. from Kingwood Park, and he gets another Blinn first down.
Yeah, he's literally standing over there all by himself and just turns around and waits on the pass.
First down and 10 inside the Bulldog 20. And they'll move Hayes. Play fake to Hayes. Now give it to him. What they'll do. Inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. And this is the biggest threat that the Buccaneers have made so far today, as Jordan Hayes has been a big contributor on this drive.
Yeah, right now you really want this Navarro defense to really put the clamps on and tighten up and try to keep them out of the end zone. If anything, just hold them to 3.
Holding them to 3 right now would be the good thing at this point. 5 minutes to go first quarter. 7-0 Navarro leads. 3 wide receivers to the left, and they'll throw to the left side here. Caught at the 14-yard line, and will pick up the first down yardage. And that is number 9 again, as you mentioned. That is Tyler Harrington.
Yeah, Tyler Harrington just kind of takes that little swing pass right there, just milks it for whatever he can. He milked it for probably about 5 yards before he's brought down by the defense.
Same formation, and they'll give it to Hayes. Hayes runs into a lot of traffic and doesn't come out the other end. Actually, he will lose a yard.
Yeah, that play was busted from the get-go. And like you said, he loses a yard on that play.
There's 22 guys out there, and he ran into 18 of them.
Well,
white jerseys and black jerseys.
When he was tackled, he definitely disappeared. You couldn't even see him on the bottom of that pile.
And now Emerson will send 2 to the left, 2 to the right now. Ball spotted on the right hash. On second down and goal at the 6, Hayes moves up a step, and he will pass protect. Emerson across the middle, and he overthrows his receiver. Pretty good defensive play that time by the defensive back. Let's see, that was number 2. That's Travis Roman. Nice play there on the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Travis Roman just kind of had him blanketed there. Forced quarterback to throw the ball a little high.
Third down and goal. 3:43 to go first quarter. And Hayes will now move up again, and he will pass protect again. Pass is caught again by Harrington. Harrington's going to work his way in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. They're a point away from tying this contest.
Yeah, that missed tackle was crucial right there at the 5, and Harrington just kept on plugging at it until he reached the end zone.
Extra point on. That's now going to be number 32 is Matt Velasco, the sophomore kicker. Good snap, good hold, and we are tied. With 3:36 to go in the first quarter, it's Navarro 7, Blinn 7. We'll step away while we reset for the kick. And you are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, when we get here, I just want everybody yelling, right, laughing, and then we're going to breathe. Yell. You get like this. Okay.
That's Michael Busby. I'm Scott Batts, and we are delighted to bring you Navarro College football, and we are even more delighted that you have chosen your Saturday afternoon to spend with us, hoping that we keep you moderately entertained and bring you some great football as well during this time period. 3:36 to go. We're tied at 7. Bulldogs trying to, on this possession, see if they can't regain the lead, and that is Simpson at the 6-yard line. He almost stepped out of bounds, and he did. Oh, he did. Oh, my goodness.
That's a critical mistake.
If his shoe size is a 9 instead of a 10.5, he's still running, folks. Wow. Great view by our guys covering this, and we're going to get you their names here shortly as well. But a tremendous look that time on the instant replay. A toe on the white sideline puts the Bulldogs at the 10.
Well, hopefully they can sustain a 90-yard drive and get in the end zone on this one.
And it is Shackleton. He's got a receiver. Trying to pick up yardage, and I believe, let's see, is that 11? I think it was. So that is Nakari Ashley, the big tight end from Marietta, Georgia.
6'4" tight end from Marietta, Georgia.
6'4" tight end. So 1 on the play. Second down, 9. Pretty good football. You don't hear a lot from the high schools out of Georgia, but there are still some pretty good ones over in that eastern part. It's southeastern part. Certainly Florida gets a lot of those nods. And now it is Shackleton back to pass. He's got a receiver and missed him.
Yeah, that was Ashley streaking across the middle again. If that pass is 3 inches lower, Ashley's right about now crossing the goal line right now.
So third down and 9. Yeah, I think he was one of the only ones in the route that time. Looks like it was max protection. It's now Shackleton with the end zone right at his back. He's going to bark out different calls here, and he'll move Snyder over. And now back to pass. Over the middle, and it is
Ashley
caught. He got it, and it is a first down. What a clutch catch by Nakari Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley just runs a slant right across the middle of the field. Shackleton does a great job at finding him. It was a little low, and Ashley went down low to get it.
Shackleton's already got more pitches than a major leaguer at this point so far the first quarter.
He's definitely slinging it around
slinging
today.
it all over the place. Now they'll pass left flat. Trying to make a move, and that is Simpson lowering his shoulder. Picks up probably yardage that he shouldn't have gotten it. No, I'm sorry, that is 7. That is number 7. That is Jahari McDonald from Myers Park, North Carolina. Those single digits a little tough to see across the deal. Great work by our guys here on the camera.
You know, this camera crew does a really great job at making they do the work, and it kind of make hopefully it makes us sound good.
And I still miss the numbers. Snyder on the carry. Snyder didn't get much that time. He'll get the 28, and that's what he started out with. So no gain on the play. 3rd down and 3. Clock running, 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 our score.
Man, this has been a busy first quarter.
Made me work. I don't know. Have you done anything this quarter?
Just a little bit.
Not much. I don't know how much, but you're not working up a sweat yet. And they'll play fake. Shackleton across the middle. He had Simpson. Michael, he had Simpson. And the pass goes off of his hands. It'll be 4th down and short.
Yes, he had Simpson, but I think Simpson kind of seen that big hit coming and got a little bit of what they call alligator arms.
A little bit.
And he's like, I'm going to let this one go, fellas.
There will not be a quick kick this time, so you young folks that are Googling that on your phones now can stop doing that. So they're going to go back in the traditional punt formation. As Darius Green from Manville will kick it away. He has been a weapon for the first 2 or 3 games. Let's see if he can get a hold of this one.
And he got it.
Oh, he got a high kick taken at the 25-yard line and then forced to call for a fair catch.
Yeah, that was Travarius Turner Smith back deep, and just not a chance for a return. A great punt by the Bulldogs.
Boy, no kidding. 48 on the kick. 1:02 remaining here in the first quarter. And by the way, our folks downstairs, I did not know that they had our audio on. So you guys are listening down there. I hope we keep you moderately entertained as well. And we want to thank Dr. Kevin Fagan. We were at the luncheon today. He came by our table and was very complimentary of us. And so we wanted to let him know that we'll let him know tell us when the check clears. So we can do that as the give to Hayes on 1st down. We'll lose a couple of yards. So we tried to keep Dr. Fagan well compensated for his very kind comments, but we do appreciate the folks down there.
You know, I never met Dr. Fagan, and then he walks up to the table and introduces himself, and Michael Busby and Scott Batts there. So, you know, he done a great job today.
Absolutely terrific. Thank you guys so much for the invite. Emerson's pass complete and dropped. Oh, it was dropped.
Yeah, you've just got to have that one right there.
You've got to make that grab. As he was coming back toward his quarterback. That's number 3 for the Buccaneers. And that is Travis Turner-Smith. You mentioned him earlier as the punt returner. Got to make that catch. Now it's 3rd down and long for the Buccaneers. And they start out in that I, and then they slide Hayes over. And I guess to determine how much protection they need. Now he's got a receiver. It's open. Diving catch. No good. As Turner-Smith not able to get it. There is a flag at the 48-yard line. Hold everything. Check the flag. And there's no checking to it. They're already adding 15 from the original line of scrimmage. So Navarro called for the pass interference.
That was costly. It was a costly penalty right there.
1st down, Buccaneers at the 39-yard line. 4 wide receivers. And they will play fake to Hayes, and they'll get it over to Turner-Smith on this one. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there as the Bulldog defense in a hurry got there.
You know, as Blinn keeps running these little slip screens and stuff like that, trying to get people out in the open space, Navarro's done a really good job at containing them at that.
We have reached the end of the first 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the books. It's Navarro 7, Blinn 7. We'll be back with the second quarter reset. When we return, you are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. National Bank and Trust Stadium. Michael Busby, I'm Scott Batts. It is Hall of Fame Day. We'll bring you the rest of the inductees momentarily, as it is 2nd down and 8 at the 41-yard line for the Blinn Buccaneers as we open up the second quarter. They'll play fake to Hayes again. Really not much of a play fake there. And he catches it, tips it to himself. It is a foot race to the 20, and a great touchdown-saving tackle again by the Bulldogs, as on the catch is Andrews. Andrews, the Kingwood Park native. Big first down for the Buccaneers.
You know, that was just a huge – that was great concentration. You know, that pass is tipped and tipped again, and he comes down with it.
And Hayes on the carry. Hayes inside the 10, inside the 5, now inside the 2.
Right now, Blinn's just kind of, you know, everything's kind of falling their way as opposed to the first quarter. Everything went Navarro's way.
And they'll give it to him again. This time they bottle him up and bring him down for a loss.
Yeah, first defender there. That looks like it was going to be Cole Smith, the 6'2" freshman linebacker from McKinney, Texas, from McKinney Boyd High School.
Boy, Hayes didn't have anything going there, as he'll lose 3 on the carry. So 2nd down and goal. Also in on that stop was T.J. Stocker, the freshman, 6'3" freshman from Red Oak. Kind of ran that down from the backside at the 4-yard line, just underway second quarter. And Blinn is trying to take the lead, trying to break a 7-7 tie. 2 wide receivers in tight. And they'll send a man in motion, and it'll be to Hayes. Hayes gets it. Hayes is going to be dropped and hit just shy of the goal line. It'll be 3rd down and goal there.
Yeah, this is a big play for the Bulldogs right here on defense.
This is a 4-point play here, isn't it?
Most definitely.
Or even to 7, because there's a ball length from them in breaking the goal line. And I've still yet to figure out why teams get in the pistol formation. I know that's their base offense, but you're already 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage on this, and you need a foot. And the give is to Hayes. Hayes hit. Hayes, I don't think he got in. I think he's short. Neither official on the line has him in. Stopped by the Bulldogs.
And flags. Was that a flag or a mouthpiece?
I think it was a mouthpiece. I didn't see a flag come in.
They actually lost a few inches on that play. They're actually back after 1 now. So
4th down and goal, and they will attempt a field goal here. Velasco will come on to attempt basically a 17.5-yard field goal. We'll call it 18. Good snap, good hold. The kick, less than an extra point, is good. Less than an extra point, but it's worth 3. And Blinn takes the 10-7 lead with 12:18 to go in the first half. Big plays and sparked by the 45-yard pass to Andrews from Emerson on the first play of the quarter. Just a huge play. And then another big play on that 55-yard run from Hayes that sparked the first touchdown. So it has been a big play offense for this Blinn team.
Oh, most definitely. You know, hey, and that's just what, you know, as an offensive coordinator or even an offense on the field, you got to capitalize on those things at all times when you get the opportunity.
Make the most of the opportunities that you can, and they'll send Jakari McDonald back to take this kick, and I don't see Simpson back there. That would be a bit concerning. Let's see if they move him up in the deal. It is Jakari McDonald now. Check, make sure Micah's okay. He's on the sideline here in front of us.
He doesn't seem to be hurt or anything.
No. McDonald stands on his own 3-yard line. And he will high point it at the 2 and pick it up there. Cuts it upfield at the 15, spins out of 1 tackle, and then gets hit hard at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, he took a big shot right there.
So 1st down and 10 Bulldogs. at their own 18-yard line. This is the second drive that they started inside their own 20-yard line. So field position has not been terribly kind to the Bulldogs so far today.
Well,
trying to make the most of that.
Field position may not have been terribly kind to them, but, this is that point in time. You got 12 minutes left in the half. You want to sustain a long drive and eat as much clock up as you can and capitalize it with a touchdown.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shackleton now will look. Now he's going to have to scramble. He's got a little bit of a seam with a little hurdle at the 20. Ryan Shackleton put that young man in the 110s. He's got it to the 26, gain of 8.
Yeah, and that's asking a lot of your quarterback. He pulls it down, and he's got people flying all over the place trying to get a good shot on him.
Second down, 2. 11:40 to go first half. 10-7, Blinn leads it. And the give is to Snyder. Snyder's going to find a way and continue to chug along, and he'll get the 30-yard line, enough for a Bulldog first down.
Just like I just spoke a couple of plays ago. You're moving the chains. You're picking up 3 or 4 yards here. Let's just try to sustain a long drive, eat up some clock, and in the end put some points on the board.
We'll introduce the rest of the Hall of Fame class to you, and also at the halftime break, send you down to the field where you can listen to the sound of Navarro's halftime performance. We're glad that you're joining us for football today. Shackleton looks to pass. Now he's going to cut it upfield. Now he's into scramble mode. Looking downfield. Now he's going to take off. Directing traffic, and he'll throw it. He's got a receiver, and towing the line is Simpson. It is incomplete, and that was one that Shackleton should have run.
Shackleton kind of looked like he was in a washing machine that time, on
Yes,
spin cycle.
Yes, he did. Because the entire flow of the play was coming left, and he ended up throwing a pass to his backside out safety valve, and it was Simpson, and he was not able to toe the line there. Field just not big enough for Micah Simpson today. Second down and 10. Sergio Snyder is going to take the handoff here. Big hole. Flag comes down. That's why the hole is so big. It is a foot race. 50, 40. Check the flag. This one's probably going to come back as the flag was thrown behind him. And Shackleton picks up the flag and hands it back to the referee. You dropped this, sir. That's such a nice fellow.
Just looking at on that play right there, and who was the running back on that one?
Snyder.
He kind of looked like he was looking for that defender to go run over him.
Right. This is true. So
a tough physical running back in Snyder, and which he hasn't shied away from contact all day long. But unfortunately, we get a hold on this one.
Well, that ends up being about a 60-yard penalty because that was every bit of a 40-yard run. 45-yard run maybe. Down to the 20-yard line. It'll be second down and 20. They need the 40 for the first. Shackleton looking for protection, and he's got a receiver on the far side. And separated from that play is number 13, and that is Broderick Brown. Broderick Brown, the young man.
That's Simpson.
Simpson, the receiver. Yeah, the Broderick Brown breaks it up from Houston Heights. So third down and 20. Simpson, the intended receiver. They need the 40 for the first down. 10-19. This drive went backwards 10 yards, and the Bulldogs haven't been able to convert since. And the pass complete to McDonald. Actually a backwards pass. He'll pick up 5 or 6 yards on the far side. It'll still be positive yardage, but it'll be a fourth down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage from the 30-yard line.
26-yard line, fourth down and 14. Clock stopped at 10-11, and Green will kick it away. The freshman, 6-foot-tall freshman from Manville. They know a little bit about football down there in Maverick country.
Just a little bit.
And he launched one in the first quarter Looking to do that from the other direction. Then he gets one that's end over end. Fair catch called for and made at the 40-yard line, 41. Not quite as effective, but it flips the field a little bit for the Bulldogs.
Well, as a punter, you want to hang it up high and kind of give your defense to get down there and make a tackle. And in the last 2 punts that he's had, they've had to fair catch them because they've been pretty decent punts.
Certainly hang time as well with 41-yard line is where Blinn will take it. First down and 10, 9:51 to go. Here in the first half, it is 10-7 Blinn. And they'll they'll give it to Hayes this time. Hayes is going to run into that traffic pattern again, and he'll only get a couple.
This front of the Navarro Bulldogs defense, man, they've played a great game so far.
Yeah, the front seven has played outstanding. 43-yard line, second down 8. Hayes has a bunch of carries in the first half. Now it'll be Emerson. Emerson pass tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and you've got, for the Bulldogs, you got looks like number 38, which is going to be Caden Edwards, the outside linebacker, 6 foot from Angleton, Texas, trying to run that one down to pick it off.
So the sets up down to third down and long, 3rd and 8. As Edwards gets the tip pass, the pass defense there. 2 wide receivers to the left on this set, 1 to the right. Looks like we're going to have another timeout call. Yes, we are. 9:17 to go in the first half, 10-7. Blinn leads it. Timeout on the field. We'll step away for a second as well. And you are listening and watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. We'll be back right here in just a moment. Third down and 8 for the Blinn Buccaneers. Big play for the Navarro College Bulldog D here. See if they can make the stop as they'll move Hayes again. And it'll be a pass from Emerson. Emerson's going to have to scramble. Looking downfield, rolling left. Under pressure and dropped. I don't think it's going to go as a sack, but it's dropped short of the first down, as I think he was able to cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they did a great job defensively at forcing him out of the pocket. And that's number 42 for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Tylen Garrett, a 6'3" sophomore from Jasper, Texas, running him down to make that tackle to force a punt.
Bulldog to Bulldog, if you will. Jasper Bulldogs. And they'll kick it away. McDonald or Simpson, either one. This is going to be a short one. And taking it at a run, fair catch called for and made. And I believe that is Simpson, isn't it? It is.
That is Simpson.
So he'll take it at the 22-yard line.
Defense done a great job at forcing a punt from the Buccaneers on that drive. And right here, you know, Bulldogs really need to get this one into the end zone.
8.5 to go here in the first half. Go ahead.
If you don't get it in the end zone, at least get 3 out of it.
So they'll run everybody to the right side now. It's going to be Shackleton trying to keep it on the left side. He'll get a couple on the quarterback keeper.
You know, after these ball games, I'm willing to bet you that Shackleton sleeps really well
probably
on Saturday nights, because he gets a lot of action. I mean, he has a lot of quarterback draws and, scrambling around back there. And I just bet the young man sleeps well on Saturday nights.
4 wide receivers on this set. He will empty the backfield. 1 to the left, 4 to the right. And they'll go across the middle, and he's got Ashley. Hit it almost helmet-to-helmet contact as he gets to the 35-yard line and a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, Ashley, once again, he just runs right across the middle of the field. He's not scared to run across there and take a lick to keep his team, keep the drive going for the Bulldogs.
And there is a flag on the play, so it'll be a 5-yard mark-off against the Bulldogs.
Those types of penalties right there, like I said, they're drive killers. And, you have a big play to where you've picked up a first down, and now you're 2 yards behind the stick.
2nd down, 12 after the illegal procedure call. 7.5 to go here in the first half. 10-7, Blinn leads. Shackleton over the top. He's got a receiver. He's got Simpson. First down, Bulldogs. The give and go, that double move from, no, that's Jahari McDonald. That's 7, not 3. My apologies, Jahari.
Yeah, Jahari, he just beats the defender on that one, and Shackleton is able to just throw him the lob, the little alley oop, and he runs right up under it.
And now it's Sergio Snyder on the carry. Snyder on first down gets to the 26-yard line. Another big gain for the Bulldogs.
Right now it kind of looks like the Buccaneers defensively are a little off balance. They're a little on their heels right now.
And Navarro goes straight to the no huddle across the middle again. He's got McDonald again. McDonald with the catch. Short gain, and he paid the price for that one.
Yeah, he paid for that one, but he held on to it. Great job, young man.
So it'll be second down and 6 at the 22-yard line. Hit at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to get Blinn for a shot to Shackleton. I thought when I saw that on the raw footage there that was going to happen. Sure enough, it is. That's going to be a personal foul against Blinn.
Whether it's offense or it's defense, if the offense is driving and you're playing defense and you do that, once again, those kill momentums too. They kill your momentum also, whether it's defense or offense.
Now they call it roughing the passer. I don't know that he was in a passing situation at that point. It's just a shot after he had delivered the ball in whatever capacity, whether it be the handoff or what have you. But it is a Blinn personal foul.
Either way it goes, it's a first down for the Bulldogs.
First down and 10 for Navarro at the Blinn 12-yard line. And it is Snyder on the carry. Snyder will get it to the 10-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
Excuse me, Scott, that was number 15. That was Deshaun Brundage on that carry.
Apologies.
The 5'10" sophomore out of Temple, Texas.
Yeah, he's in there, the Temple Wildcat. He's in there now. And somebody should spell Snyder. He's had a busy afternoon. And it'll be Brundage again. Now there's a big hole right there. Hit at the 5-yard line, inside the 5, near the first down. And it looks like it'll be about a 3rd and 1 coming up.
And there's still room for the Bulldogs to pick up a first down here.
Under 5 minutes to go first half. Bulldogs trail 10-7, but they are knocking on the door. 3rd down and a couple. And it is now Snyder back in. He's going to take the handoff, and he's going to score the touchdown. Sergio Snyder, touchdown Bulldogs, and they retake the lead.
Yeah, Scott, once again, that's what I said earlier. You want to have some some long drives, burn a little clock, score at the end, whether you only get 3 out of it. You just don't want the drive to stall.
So Mundio will attempt the extra point, number 83. Good snap, good hold, and it is good. 4:35 remaining, and now we have whistles blowing everywhere. Let's see. Nothing going on down there.
I don't see any laundry, so that's a good thing.
4:35 to go in the first half. Navarro retakes the lead. They lead at 14-10 over the Blinn Buccaneers. We'll step away and reset for the kick, and you're watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. We'll be back after this. Navarro Bulldogs take the lead, 14-10, just before the half, 4.5 minutes to go, and the kick comes down to the 18-yard line. Taken there, and, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty coming up. There's the flag.
Yeah, they're going to get Navarro for a face mask on that one. And as a defender, you're trying to make a tackle. You're just trying to grab on to whatever you can. But you got to be mindful and, for player protection, and just when you realize you got it, just let it go.
And one of the Bulldogs, I think it was as majoring in debate. I think he was just trying to justify his position. We saw it up here. It was definitely a face mask.
And we're ways away from it.
Yeah, so the Buccaneers will get 15 out of that one. You got to love these kids, though. They're going to work at it and get it done.
One thing about it, like you said, they're kids. They've been manipulative all their lives.
First down and 10. 4:28 to go. Buccaneers with outstanding field position here at midfield. 3 receivers to the right, and they'll pass right flat. It's caught on the run and pushing his way forward. Nice work that time by Tyler Harrington. Tyler Harrington, the young man from Kingwood, to the 43-yard line.
Tyler Harrington's not very fast, but he is effective.
And Emerson will give it to Hayes this time. Hayes gets the first down, but not a whole lot more past the 40, as he'll pick up the first down yardage.
Right now, you're under 4 minutes in this ball game. Which is still a lot of time. You want to hold the Buccaneers right now on this drive.
And they'll pass the other flat, which is the left flat, and that one's going to be one of those alligator arms issues with Harrington. Heard the footsteps, decided to make a business decision and not take that pass and try to catch it.
And for you listeners out there in the listening world, you just got to understand. If you've never had your hands up in there and somebody hit you on the football field, you will never understand it until it happens to you.
Second down, 10, 3:04, and the pass over on the far side is towed and incomplete. And that he didn't get both 1 foot in. He needed one, didn't get it in.
It's going to bring up third down for the Buccaneers. This is a big play for them. That's still, like I said, there's still a lot of time on this clock. And
no doubt. And then, of course, Blinn will get the ball at the half after the halftime intermission. Third down and 10. And they will pass. And it is caught right at the stick, so they're going to give him the right foot, left foot spot.
I don't think he made it.
I don't think he did either. Ooh, that's close.
But you're at that point you're right now. You're at the point in the field.
It's going to be for us. It's going to be short.
You're not going to punt this.
And they'll give it to Hayes. Hayes hit at the line of scrimmage, and he just has enough momentum to get the 4th down conversion. 2:25 to go. Remember, we will have the 2-minute timeout. As they're going to mark it at the 28, I believe.
There's a flag, Scott.
Oh, there is a flag.
I don't know what happened in that pile, but that flag literally just hit the ground. That ref threw it so high.
Oh, I see it at the 25-yard line. There it is. It's right on the line. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Navarro. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Blinn. They all set, so as I say on our high school broadcast, that is nothing but a waste of time. First down and 10. Yeah, I don't see what that does other than all you've done is looks like you're flagging down an airplane. First down and 10 for the Buccaneers. 2:18 to go. They can run a play before the 2-minute timeout. And the pass in the left flat is Harrington. Harrington knocked out of bounds. Big shot right there.
That is looks like number 5 for the Bulldogs. It's going to be J.P. Patterson, the 6'2" sophomore defensive back out of McKinney Boyd.
Coach Taylor and I were talking about him, Michael Busby, before at the Hall of Fame luncheon. He said probably pound for pound one of the best athletes out there on the field today.
Well, on that play right there, and here's the thing, the receiver outweighs him probably 30, 40 pounds, and he just comes up and delivers a real bowel shaker.
He sure did. So it'll be second down and with a timeout on the field taken by the Buccaneers. Oh, excuse me, that is the 2-minute timeout. This is our 2-minute timeout. So while we're here, we'll just go ahead and keep it right here. Inductees today at the Cook Center included Drew Montgomery, who is a football inductee today, a standout offensive lineman for the Bulldogs from 76 to 77. Was NJCAA first-team All-American, and then certainly was an offensive lineman at TCU, continued his legacy there, and certainly into the coaching realms as well. He was inducted posthumously by his wife today. Teddy Noel from baseball, they talked about it. Said, if you mentioned Navarro College baseball, this guy probably was one of the ones to head that list. Standout pitcher for the Bulldogs from 2008 2010, a reputation as one of the greatest arms in program history, as both of those gentlemen welcomed into the Navarro College Hall of Fame today. Congratulations to everyone. And again, thanks to Coach Michael Landers and the faculty at Navarro for inviting us to that. That was a wonderful time. I hope we get to do that again very soon. Pass into the left flat, hit at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get the sticks. Knocked out of bounds there, and now there's another flag coming in. And the Navarro guys are saying it's against Blinn. I don't know exactly what I saw there. And so they'll give us another look at that one. Here we go. Almost an illegal block in front of him.
Oh,
and then there's
he grabbed Patterson's leg.
So we'll check this one out. Dead ball, personal foul, Blinn. So it looks like that's the only thing. So they'll mark that from the 20. Well, that's a big penalty right there, Michael. Oh. No, it's a big penalty.
Those are those drive killers right there, Scott.
Well, and then I believe that is after it says dead ball, so it'll be third down, I'm assuming. Third down in 20. Well, they'll call it third down in about 13 or 14 maybe. 17, it looks like. So 35, and they need 18, so yeah, third and 17. That's a big, big, big penalty right here. at the 152 mark. Now you've got 2 downs to get there, but still, that's huge.
I mean, if the defense holds you right here, it's pretty much, depending on your kicker, this could take you out field goal range.
No doubt. 3rd down and long for the Buccaneers after the 15-yard penalty. And timeout. Oh, they're going to back the Buccaneers up another 5. Delay a game. Wheels kind of falling off for the Buccaneers here.
And how do you get a delay a game coming out of a timeout?
Well, that's Exhibit A right there. Emerson back to pass. Now he's going to scramble to the 35, trying to find some room, hit at the 30. He's 12 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, you're coming out of a timeout and you get a delay a game? I mean, you had a minute and 24 seconds.
This is true. 4th down and 12. Bucks are going to leave their offense on the field. Clock running at 1:16. 4th down and 12. Blinn has 1 timeout remaining. And they'll play fake. Across the middle into triple coverage. Oh, that was, to me, an ill-advised pass. As there were 3 black jerseys for 1 white jersey.
That ball actually hit a defender up in the head.
Hit him in the head. Great pictures, folks.
Way to keep your head in the ball game, J.P. Patterson from McKinney Boyd High School.
So now we'll see what the Bulldogs do with 1:04 and 2 timeouts and 70 yards to go.
I look for the Bulldogs to take a few shots down the field.
There's just too many weapons to not take at least 1 or 2 shots at it. See what you can do. As they'll send Ashley to the far side.
If you're on defense, you better find 3.
You better find him. And you might want to find 7 because he's had a big day already too as well. Shackleton, play fake, looking, got all day to throw. Now it breaks down, and his receiver comes back to him, and it is incomplete. Intended for Muau. So 2nd down and 10. Man, that took a long time.
That play right there, you lost about 12 seconds on that one play.
Quite a bit, yeah. 2nd down, 10. 3 wide receivers to the left. And they will fake it to – now they'll run the pop pass to the flat. And he'll get to the 43-yard line. They're wanting a penalty for helmet-to-helmet contact. I don't think they're going to get that.
Yeah, Jahari McDonald just kind of like bowed his shoulder. I mean, the defender I guess he thought he was going to step out of bounds, but McDonald just bowed his shoulders like, no, this is mano a mano, buddy.
50 seconds, 1st down and 10 at the Navarro 43-yard line. As they'll empty the backfield and whistles and stoppage of play. And timeout, Blinn.
That's going to be their last timeout, Scott.
They are now out as he will do the hand signal in the area. That is Blinn's final timeout. Let's get a couple of more of the inductees for today, as the Cook Center was the site. A big crowd on hand today. John Underwood, who was a lasting mark on Navarro College basketball, the broader collegiate athletics landscape. He was men's basketball coach from 1972 to 1976, just prior to Coach Lewis Orr taking over the program. His career advanced to the national stage when he has served as assistant men's basketball coach and later as associate athletic director of the University of Oklahoma. He went on to influence the Big 12 Conference for more than 15 years as associate commissioner for men's basketball, men's golf, and game management. So welcome to John Underwood. And then, of course, there's a couple of more, and we will get those to you today as well. But, again, my appreciation to Navarro College for the invite today. That was really a nice luncheon, a nice celebration for these folks.
Yes,
and
yes.
I greatly appreciate it. 1st down and 10 48 ticks on the clock. Shackleton's pass is complete near side, and it is Ashley on the catch.
Ashley's got a big body. Got that big body, very athletic frame for a tight end, just perfect.
Yeah, he's a big target. Not much on the gain. 2nd down 6, but they do keep the clock stopped and are maneuvering down the field. Shackleton dumps one off, and he catches, I think that is Simpson, catches Micah Simpson in motion. That's always bad news for defenses.
Yeah, Micah Simpson just catches that one, gets out of bounds, stops the clock for the Bulldogs, just so you can sustain the drive. And once again, you want to sustain the drive, whether you get 3 out of it or you get 7 out of it. You want to get something out of it.
1st down and 10 at the Blinn 40. 40 seconds to go. He's got a receiver, and it's Ashley, and overthrows him. As the Blinn defense says, you know what, he's throwing to 11 a lot. We better put 2 bodies out there. So threw that one into double coverage.
Well, it's going to take 2 of them to tackle him.
This is probably true. So incomplete there. Bulldogs have yet to have a running down. Everything's been through the air. But they've gotten to the Blinn 40-yard line with 35 ticks of the clock left and still 2 timeouts. And this time they'll give it to Snyder. Snyder to the 35. Snyder to the 30. They'll give him the 31. Gain of 9. It'll be 3rd down and just 1 needed.
Navarro, I think, Navarro takes a timeout. Blinn doesn't have another one. So.
The last inductee today, former Buffalo Bill All-Pro Pat Williams, who was Navarro College's offensive lineman from 1992 to 1994. Dominant defensive lineman for Navarro, earning NJCAA All-American honors. Went on to start A&M and was an All-Southwest Conference performer with strength and determination that would define his career. Not drafted. He carved out a 14-year NFL career with the Buffalo Bills and Minnesota Vikings. 3-time Pro Bowl selection, was named All-Pro in 2007, and then earned the prestigious Ed Block Courage Award in 2003. Williams, his journey from Corsicana to Buffalo, New York, and back to Corsicana.
That's not a bad career for a man that went undrafted.
Not bad. One more inductee, and it's probably one of the shining moments of Navarro College's tapestry, and we'll get those at some point today too, as the give is to, I didn't catch that number. Is that Snap? No, that was Brundage. Brundage on the carry. And I believe he got the yardage for the 1st down. We'll check that. No, he lost the yard.
He lost yardage.
He lost a yard. So quickly, while that timeout's being the final one today, was the 2019 volleyball team. And you want to talk about a dominating the volleyball team. This is not dominating just in one sport. This is dominating, period. 31-0, went to the national time, 23 match sweeps. That's 3-0, 23 out of the 31 times. That's pretty impressive. Because you don't hardly break a sweat in 3 games out of 5
right.
when you sweep them 3-0. Their relentless drive and consistency culminated in an undefeated run. The program's first national crown, also the first NJCAA Women's National Championship in NC history. Congratulations, ladies. You are in the Hall of Fame as well. Shackleton's pass is into a lot of traffic and no flag, and it is a 4th down turnover to the Blinn Buccaneers.
Yeah, those last drive by Blinn and the one by Navarro both netted nothing other than eat up clock and burn timeouts.
So with 20 seconds left, now you have to wonder what the Buccaneers are going to do here. Are they going to try to take a shot at it? They have no timeouts left. I would imagine this is going to be a Hayes run, and they're going to take their 14-10 deficit into the locker room. Very low-scoring conference game here today. Usually these things are offensive juggernauts, but both defenses really playing well in the first half. Emerson, they're going to line up like they have all day, and it is Emerson with the pass. He goes across the middle. It is incomplete. Why take one play when you can get 4 or 5 out of it? Right?
Yeah, I guess you're right there, Scott.
So 2nd down and 10. 17 seconds to go. Stick around. We're going to let you see the sound of Navarro. As Michael and I will step away for a little bit, we'll leave that running so you guys can check that out, and we'll be back to recap the first half and bring you exciting second half action as the pass into the left flat is to Hayes. Hayes makes a move at the 30, now to the 35, and gets out of bounds with 10 seconds to go.
You know, Hayes just kind of takes that little pass out in the flat, and he's a little shifty.
He's very shifty. All of that, and he only got 6 yards. I thought that was much more than that, but it's now 3rd down and 4. At the 38-yard line. We will also update you on when our next broadcast is, as I believe it's going to be the 11th of October. As Emerson, now a lot of room to run here, and he's going to go out of bounds, and there's going to be 15 added to that one with 1 second left.
Yeah, that one right there, that one right there wasn't a smart defensive play right there.
Well, and there's also 1 tick left of the clock, so you add 15 to that. So you're going to put it in, and if you've got a kicker that can go some distance here, there's not any wind to speak of. All you got to do is just hit it well, and it's on the right hash with a little bit of draw, and this could be an opportunity for Blinn here at the 38-yard line. Or take one shot to the end zone. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. 1 second left.
This one's going to the end zone. I would think it.
And the Navarro defense is thinking the exact same thing you are, Michael Busby. Emerson under pressure, now he'll roll. Looking downfield, now he lets it go. Into traffic, and it is incomplete. Went through a couple of pairs of hands, though. And we have reached the halftime break. Navarro College 14, Blinn College 10. Stay tuned for the sound of Navarro, and then Michael and I will be back with exciting second half action on Hall of Fame Day here at Navarro College. It is a great day to be a Bulldog. We'll be back shortly.
Gotcha. I already have it set to the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Sound of Navarro marching band. The Sound of Navarro will be performing their fall 2025 show entitled Music for a Darkened Field, featuring the movies of Tim Burton and music of Danny Elfman. Under the direction of drum majors Tanner Brown and Hannah Durden, please welcome the Sound of Navarro Marching Band.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was going to be pissed at me. I'm like, fuck it. Just first thing later. I'm going to pop boy trick. Put the sauce in there and grill it around here. So, yeah, I'm lying for real. football score. I don't think that's right. balling. My boys at A&M. A&M winning 13-3 right now against Auburn. At halftime. Indiana, Iowa, they're tied at 10. Ohio State is winning against Washington 7-3. It is a close game though. Baylor versus Oklahoma State. Baylor's winning by 8, 28-20. Tennessee's losing against Mississippi State. It's 10-17.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sound of the Navarro Marching Band. Navarro College Director of Bands is Dr. Joshua Buckrucker. The Associate Director of Bands is Timothy Nutting. Color Guard Coordinator is Cordy Collins. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the Sound of Navarro Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today, the Bulldog Hall of Fame inducted the class of 2025. At this time, please direct your attention to the field as we recognize the Hall of Fame members in attendance at today's game. From the class of 2019, Woe Dill. From the class of 2024, Cash Phillips. From the class of 2025, Susie Gatlin Rain, softball. Hiram Harrison, basketball. Scott Yates representing Drew Montgomery, football. Pat Williams, football. And the 2019 NJCAA National Champion Navarro Volleyball Team.
Welcome back to Corsicana High School, the Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, recapping the first half. Navarro College took the ball on the first possession of the ball game, went 76 yards in 8 plays, scored on a Sergio Snyder 8-yard run. Blinn was able to answer with 3:36 to go in the first quarter as Harrington took a pass from Emerson, the 6-yard touchdown, tied the ball game at 7 apiece. Blinn added a 18-yard field goal to take a 10-7 lead, and then it was the Bulldogs with 4:35 to go as Snyder scores his second touchdown of the contest. The extra point made it 14-10, and that's where we stand here. It is Hall of Fame Day. Got a chance to go downstairs. Again, thanks to Dr. Kevin Fagan. I visited with Coach Lewis Orr for a few moments. All of those people, I worked for Navarro for a little bit of time at the Mejia side of the campus. And guys that you get a chance to see, they just mean a lot to you. And if y'all are listening downstairs, one floor down, you guys don't realize what you mean to me and my family. And I appreciate it. Navarro College has been good to me over the years. I am not currently employed with them. Other than doing the live stream here, but they have sparked me to further my education. A master's degree later puts me as a mere theater teacher at Mejia High School, but I love it, and I appreciate them, and I appreciate the guidance that they gave to me, and I thank them so much, and Michael Landers for inviting us to the luncheon this afternoon, this morning and this afternoon to see those men and women be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I can only hope that at some point, maybe if we stick this out long enough, who knows, maybe Michael Busby and myself will go into the Hall of Fame together before we have gray hair. Who knows? We'll stick with this out as long as we can, but that is an honor and a very, very cool deal today, and we greatly appreciate it. Michael, did you want to add anything to that?
Other than the fact that, like you said, I look at it as a great honor to be invited to that Hall of Fame induction. Just to look and see back where, these people, started and where they are now, is just great.
Well, and Dr. Fagan's opening remarks this morning talked about all of the, over 100 All-Americans, over 100, nearly 100 regional championships and things like that over the sport. Just is unbelievable for Navarro to have that kind of success and that kind of success over a broad range of sports. It's not just, hey, you go to Navarro, you go play football. You go to Navarro, you go play basketball. You go to Navarro, you go play softball. You can go to Navarro and play anything, and you're going to be successful.
Yeah, this is absolutely true. But just the amount of success, that has come through this Navarro program, is just very impressive. Even this morning, you pointed something out to me about Dr. Fagan. As we're getting up to go get lunch, he's going from table to table to table, and knowing these people, coming to my table. That was my first time to ever meet him, and he already knew me. That's just a great job by him for, knowing the surroundings and the people that's involved with Navarro. So a big shout out to Dr. Fagan.
Tremendous leadership, and certainly appreciate that. And he's been a good friend to us as he came on board. I was still at the Mejia facility, and to me, it's more impressive for him to remember because he's asked me about my daughter, and my daughter hasn't probably been with Navarro for a long time, and she lives in Alaska, and he asked about her this afternoon. So just the memory patterns of that man, and I almost said young man, but he wouldn't allow me to say young. He wouldn't let me do that. But anyway, he's a very, very good leader for this institution. We're glad that he's here. Certainly, again, appreciate them very much. You hear the buzzer sound, it's time for Michael and I to go back to work. It is 14-10, Navarro leads. Navarro will kick it away. And this is, to me, now, just from the feel of the game, Michael Busby, this feels like a really important drive for Blinn to start the second half.
Yeah, this very, like you said, very important. You gotta come away with something right here. I mean, we saw the last 2 or 3 possessions by both of these teams come up with nothing.
And we are underway second half on a beautiful day taken at the 11-yard line. Trying to get a wall built up, and there's a lot of black jerseys around him. He's just going to get to the 22-yard line. As on the return is Aaron Andrews Jr., that freshman from Kingwood Park in the Houston area. First down and 10, Blinn will take over at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, Blinn, like I said, Blinn's got it just like Navarro. You got the ball. You got to sustain drives. You can't have those drive-killing penalties. You got to stay mentally tough and keep the drive moving.
That Hall of Fame volleyball team, as the coach that did the induction today, said 3 were playing professionally still as the pass is complete in the left flat. Caught by Tracy James Jr., and James will get out to near the 30-yard line. Actually, they're going to give him the 30-yard line. It'll be second down there. Right at the 30, as a matter of fact. Second down and 2. 2 wide receivers to the right and 2 to the left, and the give is to Hayes. Hayes is going to lose yardage. Spun around. The whirling dervish loses 2 on that play.
Well, like you said, Hayes loses a yard or 2 on that play. That's a great job by the defense. Just a backside flow catching up with him and able to get him and not letting him pick up a first down.
No, the play was heading to the right, and he was tackled to the left side, so good team defense that time by the Bulldogs. Third down and Emerson, and it breaks down in a hurry. Now he's on the run, tackled in the backfield. He's sacked inside the 15. Big-time sack by the Bulldogs.
That is going to be number 27 for the Bulldogs. That is going to be Cole Smith, the 6'2" freshman linebacker from McKinney, Texas, out of McKinney Boyd High School.
15-yard loss on the sack. And the Bulldog defense has taken control of the first couple of minutes of this second half.
I have a feeling something big's about to happen.
You don't want to kick it to this guy. High kick. Simpson. Yeah, you don't want to kick it to him. You're going to kick it to every white jersey on the far sideline.
And that is exactly what he did.
Do not kick it to 3. And they didn't.
That's a lot of open field.
That's a lot of stuff going on right there. Now, let's see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 44-yard line. 31 on the kick. And the Bulldogs are going to start in plus territory, Michael.
Yeah, they're going to start with great field position. Like I said, you're starting at the 45-yard line.
And to give us this Sergio Snyder. Snyder leapfrogs one. He'll pick up 9.
Snyder, he just takes that handoff off the right side and picks up 8 yards. Like I said, he's like a little old bowling ball.
And he's pretty quick, too, out front. So they'll move the ball to about the 35-yard line. 2nd down 1. This opens the playbook up greatly. Now an old-fashioned I formation. Now they go to a power I formation. This is old-school football here. And the give to the third back through is Snyder, and he'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, like you said, they were in the I formation. Then they went to a power I formation, and, hey, that's one of those deals right there where you're like, hey, we're going to run the ball right here. It's up to you to stop it.
Absolutely. And if they're going to do the same thing back under center. Very rare. They're going to go again, power I. And it is Snyder. Snyder will pick up another 9 yards. Actually, they're going to say move the change. Yes, move the change. 10 yards on the carry for Sergio Snyder.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now, I don't know that they do a whole lot of practicing with Shackleton under center, but they are certainly doing that now as they'll move it and go power I again to the right side. And they'll run the straight old-fashioned lead to Snyder. Sergio Snyder trying to break a tackle at the 15-yard line, and the ball comes loose. Picked up at the 15-yard line, rumbling down the field, and across midfield is the returner. Didn't catch the number of the one who recovered the fumble. And the turnover by the Bulldogs. Picked up by
number 7. That's going to be.
That's Braylon Harris. Excuse me, no, that's Caden Baldwin from St. Augustine, Florida, from Bartram Trail. And the Buccaneers will start over 1st and 10 in the Navarro end of the field. And Hayes takes the hit off on the first play from scrimmage there. And he'll lose yardage back to the 45-yard line. He's lost yardage on his last 2 and 3 plays in a row. Blinn has lost yardage.
Yeah, defense is playing well for the Bulldogs, but that's costly dropping that fumble right there. I mean, it didn't even look like anybody hit the ball or anything, just like he just kind of lost the handle on it. And
11 minutes clock running, and sacked again and slung down to the ground. Walker DeHarst, the inside linebacker from San Antonio, with the sack and the takedown back to the 47.
Yeah, Walker DeHarst right there, that's number 42 for the Bulldogs. Makes a great tackle right there. You just keep pushing the Buccaneers back.
4 plays in a row now. Lost yardage for Blinn. 3rd down and 21. And they'll play fake here. Wide open receiver, but it's going to be way too short for the first as Tracy James Jr. with the catch. And he gets to the 43, so give him 10. It'll be 11 yards short of the first.
Blinn's got a business decision to make here.
Yeah, and I think that business decision is made when you see number 3 standing at the 10-yard line. Micah Simpson back deep. Plenty of real estate to try to kick it away from him, but he has great closing speed. Good snap. And the kick, good spiral, and it turns over, and it will go out of bounds. Oh, what a great punt, though.
Wow.
Oh, man, it's like just like a sandwich to the green to the 4-yard line.
You couldn't ask for a better punt than that.
Field position battle advantage goes to the Blinn Buccaneers here at the beginning of the second half. 9:34 to go.
You know, Bulldogs have got their back to their own, right at their own end zone. You cannot take a loss right here. Everything has got to be positive.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. And out into the flat. Catch is made.
That is going to be number 18 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Mason Mawahu, the 6'7" tight end from Campbell, Hawaii.
The big tight end makes that catch and gets out of the shadow of the end zone just a bit.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of breathing room. At least you're not standing in the end zone.
Second down and 5. And it's Shackleton. Shackleton pitch and catch. First down Bulldogs. Breaks a tackle at the 20 and gets 5 more out of it. I think that is Judah. Isn't that 14?
Yes, that's going to be number 14.
That's Israel Olotu Judah from Katy to the 26-yard line. Nice play there.
Yeah, the 6'2" freshman wide receiver from Katy, Texas. They know a little bit about football there, too.
They certainly do. By the way, take this opportunity, thanks to Landon Irvin, Laney Ware, Justino Abreu, Alexis, and I'll have to get her pronunciation on that. I think that's Weishleg. We'll get that for you. I'll get it probably in a moment. As that catch is made to Deshaun Brundage. Brundage will get out front near the 35-yard line. Also, Tyler Price, our replay producer, Edgar Espinoza, our live stream producer, and Jonathan Seaton, our stadium producer, Cody Dickerson, doing the sideline work today.
You know, I can't say enough about those young guys, you know, and girls. You know, they do a great job at bringing us amazing shots, you know, of action shots of this ball game.
Second down and a couple. And dodging people in the backfield, and Brundage is going to get to the first down marker. He might get to 35. It'll be third down and short.
No, I don't even think they're going to give him the 35, but he is definitely short. He was kind of pinball around there for a little while. You know, coming out to this second half, the Bulldogs' offense have gone pretty much to the power eye.
Really have. So it'll be third down and about 1.5. Needed for the first. Bulldogs are going to keep everything in tight now. Double wing set, and this is the end around. This is Simpson trying to get the corner. He got the corner. Hit on the sideline. They're going to pick him up, but Simpson turned the jet zone about the hash mark. First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, he only needed 1.5 yards, but he ran about 35 yards to get that 1.5 yards.
Well, there's those that run past the angle, and there's some that just go ahead and take the angle out of play completely. Micah Simpson is one of those guys. First down and 10, Bulldogs at the 39-yard line. 7:15 to go third quarter. Bulldogs lead it 14-10. Shackleton dodges a player, dodges a defender. Now he's going to roll to his right. Looks downfield. He's got a receiver at midfield. Sidestepping a defender there into Blinn territory at the 48-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
Man, Shackleton done a great job at seeing and weaving in and out of defenders and keeping his eyes downfield to find the open receiver. Just take a look at this. You know, that's a great job from your quarterback right there.
It's Deshaun Brundage on the catch. First down. Give up the middle. And it is Brundage on the carry. Get a couple yards down to the 46.
Yeah, in on that stop for the Buccaneers. That's going to be number 5. That's going to be Ja'Cory Kendall, a 6'3" sophomore out of Houston North Shore, out of Houston, Texas.
Bulldogs at midfield. This drive started at 9:34 left, so they are doing what they're supposed to do. That's take time off of it and go down and score. Shackleton on the keeper. A flag comes in late behind the play.
A helmet comes off somewhere in the midst of there. Navarro's saying this is against Blinn.
Navarro is pointing that direction. And a face mask.
Looks like someone may have just pulled Shackleton's helmet off of his.
So 1st and 10 at the 30. 1 yard on the gain, 15 on the penalty. That could be costly for the Blinn defense. Let's see if Navarro can make them pay here. Under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. 2 wide receivers to the right, and the give is to Brundage. Up the middle into a lot of traffic. No gain.
Yeah, it was a very short game by the Bulldogs. I mean, Blinn played that well up front. The Bulldogs blocked it, but just defense just played a really good job at gap control there and not letting them pick up anything.
I think that I just have a sneaky feeling that Coach Taylor and his staff are trying to work something and then going to work something big on the other side, because they have run that through a lot of traffic. That play fake where you pull it, maybe a pass over the top, and now back to pass. Going across the middle, and it is caught.
No,
he didn't. It was incomplete. Incomplete. So 3rd down and 10 at the 30.
No, like you said, there's no wind today, so here you are at the 30. You may still have an opportunity for a field goal.
So Mundio is over warming up. Now they just called him over to the fold saying, get ready. We may have to do something. Timeout taken by Blinn. 5:05 to go here in the third quarter. We'll step away on the timeout as well. We do thank you for joining us so much today, and we'll be back with more Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports right after this.
Down to the 3rd. It's just 2nd and 10. I'm not going to trust that shit. I'm going to look down here on the sideline. That's 3. Yeah.
Back here in Corsicana, 3rd down and a little ways to go, and the pass is knocked away. And it'll be 4th down.
During that timeout, Scott, I went next door and found out the correct pronunciation of that young lady's name.
And it is?
Alexis Buchalik.
Buchalik. Did I say that right?
Close enough.
Buchalik. Alexis, thank you very much for being here. Alexis Buchalik, Justino Abreu, Laney Ware, and Landon Irvin, our camera operators today, high schoolers from Corsicana High School. We greatly appreciate their work. and the numbers that pictures that they are sending us are absolutely stunning. And looks like the Bulldogs are going to punt it here, Michael. Going to punt it from the 30. And with some backspin, and the catch is made inside the 3. I'm not real sure why you try to make that catch there, but they did.
Well, there was enough Navarro players around it that if it had to hit the ground, somebody was going to stop it. Of course, I mean, you're on the 4-yard line right now, which is actually the same place Navarro started at the other.
That's exactly right. Navarro went from the 4 to the Blinn 30 in almost 5 minutes. First down and 10 for Blinn at their own 4-yard line. They trail it by 4. Both teams unbeaten in conference play. Give to Hayes. Hayes hit at the line of scrimmage. Driven backwards. Still trying to fight for yardage. He gave up forward progress, Michael Busby. So where are they going to mark him here?
I think they're going to mark him.
They gave him the 5. Wow. As he gave that up.
Yeah, he definitely gave it up.
So a football length shy of the 5-yard line. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Second down 9. They're going to give it to him again. This time they're going to hit him on the backside, and he's not going to get much more than that again. Really good swarming defense by the Bulldogs here.
The defense right now is playing like the hair is on fire.
Third down and 7. This is going to be fun here. So, you know, you don't want to get burnt by the big play here. Keep everything in front of you if you're the Bulldogs defensively. 2 wide receivers to the right. And they'll throw to one of those. And it is caught at the 11. Trying to find it. He's got the first down. He'll move the change to the 19-yard line.
You know, Blinn done a great job at recognizing that the defensive back was actually bailing out. You know, and receiver just runs to a spot and stop. Actually, pretty much just ran right where the defender was at and just stopped and turned around.
Let's see, on the catch is Savion Conte. First down, Blinn. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Now it'll be 4 because they're going to pass to Hayes and set up the running back screen. Breaks an arm tackle and will pick up 10. The ball comes loose and it falls to the 27-yard line, but I think he was already out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 28-yard line, gain of 9 on the play. .250 clock running, third quarter. No score in the second half. And a flag comes in. Breaking a tackle on the far sideline is number 7. That is Braylon Harris. Braylon is from Edna, the Edna Cowboy.
And we have flags all over
everywhere. So we'll check the flag. They've got him marked at the 35-yard line. It is enough for a first down there, but I would imagine this one's in the interior offensive line.
I don't think there's a ref out there with a flag in his pocket. All they can throw now is hints.
This is true.
You know, pretty much midway through the second quarter up until right now, both of these defenses have been on the field for a long time.
They have. Upcoming schedule for the Bulldogs on the 3rd, they'll have this a TWA team coming in on a Friday night. There will be no live stream on that one, as that's just kind of a fill-in game for the Bulldogs. And most all of us, it is the open date for most of the high schools, so there won't be availability for a lot of folks for the live stream. So we will not carry that game. On the 11th, the Bulldogs will be at TVCC in Athens and then they will be open on the 18th. Our next broadcast will be October 25th when they host the Cisco Wranglers. And if the Bulldogs continue to play well, we'll lead the conference into a very pivotal November. That November 1st game at Tyler, and then November the 8th when they host NIMI, New Mexico Military. And the penalty is against Blinn. And they will assess penalties on both sides. The penalty was against Blinn, and then a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Navarro. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to go back to the 28-yard line. They're going to pick the ball up and then go 15.
They did all that just for offset.
I would imagine that's what they're going to do, right?
We shall see.
So Blinn gets a 10-yarder and Navarro gets a 15. So it should go to the 33-yard line and it'll be a first down, right?
You would think so.
That's my math, and we'll see what my math works out.
It looks like they get 1 yard out of this.
So the 28-yard line, first down and 10. Okay, so I guess we're good to go. All right.
And the new set of downs.
And a fresh set of downs. That's it. So Hayes in the backfield with Emerson, and Emerson will throw left flat to his receiver, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. And again, that is Savion Conte on the catch. Gain of 8. This has kind of turned into a confusing third quarter now. Second down and a couple. And Emerson will go looking downfield now. Now he's going to be forced to scramble. Looking down, and a flag comes in. This one's going to be a takedown against the Blinn Buccaneers in the interior line. I saw the official see it and then throw it. So that's what happened there.
Somewhere there's an offensive line coach from Blinn about to pull his hair out for that one.
So it'll be a Blinn 10-yard mark off. So second down and 2 becomes second down and 12. Limits the playbook a little bit. 2:02 and the clock will wind here. Navarro leads it 14-10. No score here in the second half. That's what we were at the half. And the give up the middle is Hayes. Hayes hit at the 33-yard line. He'll be short. It'll be third down and a moderate distance.
You know, Hayes has had an amazing day at running the ball.
He's really running well. So gain of 7, so third down. And about 5. And leapfrogging over, and I think that leapfrog gave him the first down. It is. First down, Blinn.
Yeah,
Mark it at the 38.
That was Braylon Harris, the 5'10" freshman out of Edna, Texas.
First down and 10 at the 38. And Emerson's pass. He's going to go way out of commission.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Savion Conte, the 6'2" freshman out of Huntsville, but they weren't on the same page.
I don't even think they were in the same chapter. You know?
I don't agree with you.
Third down and 10. 1:03 to go, and it's Hayes. Hayes has got running room. Hayes into the open field, into Navarro territory. First down, Blinn.
I'm just curious to how many yards Hayes is going to have at the end of this ball game. We still have a whole another quarter to go.
16 on that one. Official timeout on the field, so we'll hang to it right here. If you're a high school fan, most of the high schools will be open this week. Of the 6 schools that I cover in the newspaper and the radio station, 4 of them are off.
Right.
So just a couple of schools that are into district play on those big ones, and down in the 2 and the 3A Division II ranks are going to be taking on each other. So most everybody else will be off. Some, for those, a much-needed break. For those that are probably 5-0, maybe not wishing that break would have come at this point.
Right.
Having 14 days in between games.
You know, that's a good thing and a bad thing, because, you know, you kind of in a flow, but then you're in a longer flow, you know, so it just kind of throws everything off.
After the official timeout, 46-yard line, 1st down and 10. Blinn has it under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. And they will wind the clock here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And the play fake and the pass to the left flat. Hit at the 45, short gain.
That was number 7, Braylon Harris. Again, the 5'10" freshman picks up 2 yards on that reception.
Just it looks like every wide receiver for Blinn's going to have 4 catches for 6 yards.
Yeah, they're short passes.
Not much to them. 2nd down 9. 18 seconds to go. They really don't have to snap it here. 10 seconds, and I don't think they are. Looks like they're going to go ahead and carry that. No, make a liar out of me at this point, right? They're going to snap it. Now he's under pressure. Now he's sacked. Sacked on the play to end the quarter.
You know, I'm not trying to overshadow that sack by the Bulldogs. But did you see the block that the running back picked up for him?
Yes.
That was an amazing block to pick that blitzing linebacker up. He delivered a shot.
We've got 3 quarters in the books, 15 minutes of regulation remaining. It is Navarro 14, Blinn 10. We'll be back with the final 15 minutes of regulation play when we return on Navarro Sports. I don't know that I would have done that. I think I would have taken that one into the 4th quarter.
I took this one into the 4th quarter.
I think.
Okay, how about the first thing we got? Number 9. Let's go Dogs. Do we still have an injury? What's going on here?
Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana High School, Navarro College and Blinn College in a tangle with 15 minutes to go as we start the 4th quarter. 14-10 Bulldogs lead it. A big conference at the end of the quarter. Not real sure what the conference was about.
I think it had everybody in the stadium puzzled.
Including the 2 of us up here. So 3rd down and a bunch for Blinn. And now a new quarterback. Hold on. Let's see. That is number 8. Number 8 is Nathan Lewis. Nathan Lewis from Elgin. And the catch was made.
Yes, I don't know if that last sack that the quarterback for Blinn took, you know, I think his head may have hit the ground. His helmet popped off. I don't know if he was a bit woozy or what, but.
So 4th down and 5, and I believe Emerson's back in. Maybe his helmet came off. He can only be out one play. Emerson's back in, and the catch is not made there. As Emerson back in now, Harrington makes it, and it turns over on downs. It's one thing to run your offense quickly. It's another thing to run it and not run it efficiently and quickly.
Well, like you said, not running it efficiently and quickly, but with that being said, these swing passes for the Buccaneers have worked perfect today. Every time they've needed a first down, they run a little swing pass, and they've been able to pick it up.
And they've been getting the 5 yards needed almost all day. And, yeah, he just threw that behind Harrington. Incomplete, and the Bulldogs will take over. Boy, they can really use a score here and just kind of salt this one away. And it is Sergio Snyder. Snyder breaks a tackle at the 10-yard mark into Blinn territory, and he'll pick up a first down. He's had a big day. Yeah,
Sergio Snyder's had a big day. He's going to sleep well tonight.
So at the 46-yard line, first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 14 minutes left. Bulldogs trying to go 3-1 on the young season now. Across the way, here comes a flag and a free play, and it is Simpson. Simpson
He's out of bounds.
And he is incomplete. No. I thought the official was going to come up and mark it.
That is the second time Simpson's feet were just a little too big.
This is true. So Blinn's going to get called for the 5-yard mark off. Yep, to the 41. So it'll be first down and 5.
We'll take them every how we can get them.
And Shackleton taking a shot there was kind of good deal there as well. Now a big hole to the right side, and Brundage with a big hole to run through there.
You know, as a backup, Brundage is, you know, he's been very productive today as well.
And he'll pick up the Bulldog first down at the 31-yard line. 13:44 remaining in the contest. Bulldogs lead it 14-10. We'll take on TWA on Friday. Open date on the 4th, and then travel to Athens to battle the Cardinals, TVCC. And the give is to Brundage. Big hole again. He has a stiff arm at the 20, and nobody's going to get him on the ground as he runs out of bounds at the 18-yard line. First down, Navarro.
Now let's just take a look at this, man. They did a great job at sealing that edge for him to get outside and pick up that first down.
Well, man, that was a lot of green he had to run in between there. Near the 13-minute mark. First and 10 Bulldogs driving inside the Blinn 20. 3 wide receivers to the right. That's the wide side of the field. And they'll give it to Brundage. Brundage hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Still didn't get him on the ground.
You know, both of these Navarro running backs, man, they're hard to get on the ground. They're both, like I said earlier, they're both like little bowling balls. And, I mean, they both have a low center of gravity. You know, it's just hard to get up under them and get them tackled.
And Brundage from Temple, the Temple Wildcat. I remember him having some big nights over there at Temple Wildcat Stadium. Second down and 12. Bulldogs taking some time off the clock. And they'll give it to Brundage again. He's going to use the cutback and pick up the lost 2 yards and gain a couple of more maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he may have picked up 2 yards on that.
So they'll mark him at the 17. Gain of 3, they'll say. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. Bulldogs started this drive at their own 41-yard line at the 14:20 mark. Have worked nearly 3.5 minutes off the clock. 3rd down. Snyder back in. Across the middle and overthrows his intended receiver, and that's Simpson.
No, that's going to be number 7.
Is that McDonald?
Yeah, that's McDonald. That's going to bring out the kicking team.
So Zamundio will attempt the field goal. It looks like they'll mark it at the 30 to 24, a 34-yard. Now they'll set it down right near the 35. So we'll call it a 35-yard field goal from the 25. High snap. Kick is up and drills it through. He got it.
You know, like I was just saying earlier in the ball game, Scott, you know, you've got to get something out of these drives, especially the ball game this close. I mean, at least now you're forcing them, Blinn, to now score a touchdown, not just get a field goal.
It is 17-10 now as they extend it from 14-10. 11:27 to go. Again, it is Hall of Fame weekend here at Navarro. And we want to thank our camera operators, Alexis Wishilig, Justino Abreu, Laney Ware, and Landon Irvin. And I know that they're on mic. So, Alexis, if you hear me mispronounce your name, I do apologize. Sometimes I look at it like it's phonetically there, but anyway, but we thank you guys very much, gentlemen and ladies, taking their time to take this and really doing a great job. It's just a fabulous job today. Also, Tyler Price, Edgar Espinoza, Jonathan Seaton, our stadium producer, and Cody Dickerson, our sideline photographer. Kick down to the 4-yard line, and that's where they'll return it from, to the 20. A little bit of open field to the 25, making the corner at the 30. Good field position for the Blinn Buccaneers on Andrews' kick return.
Yeah, and, the Buccaneers are going to set up shop, looks like probably at about the 33-yard line.
Pretty good return there.
No, most definitely. It was a long ways for it, but you know, he starts one direction and turned and reverse field and run all the way across the field, and they didn't get him tackled until he was on the other sideline.
Bulldogs have been very stingy in the second half. We'll see if they continue that method of operation. I think that would qualify as Hayes is gobbled up in the backfield.
Well, you kind of spoke that one into existence.
Yes, I did, didn't I? Two Bulldogs came in and almost were unblocked. 28 comes in on the play with a beautiful job there. Adrian Oniego, the freshman from Rogers, Minnesota, lost on the play back to the 28. Emerson looking under pressure, trying to find something. Now he'll try to cut it up. He's going to get some of the lost yardage back.
Yeah, he got, looks like maybe, they're actually still marking him. They're going to mark him at the, looks like maybe the 31.
So he'll be a couple of yards short of the original line of scrimmage. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Navarro has a 7-point lead. Blinn has a 3rd and long in front of them. Hayes going to be the deep setback now. I believe this is going to be Lewis in at quarterback. It is. And it is intercepted. Picked off by Roman. 10-yard line. Roman picks it up. Travis Roman from Nederland, Texas. And the Bulldogs are in business inside the Blinn 10.
Yeah, he just flat out just jumped that route right there. And let's look and see what caused. I think the Bulldogs are going to pick up a 15-yard penalty here.
Let's see, there is a discussion, and there have been a few of them today. But Travis Roman, the corner on the near side, absolutely read that one like a beautiful novel.
He actually looked like he was the receiver.
And Roman picked up the penalty as well. So at the 25-yard line, that's where Navarro will start. At the 9:47 mark. And let's see, at the 25-yard line, the Bulldogs will have it. And let's see. Shackleton will send Simpson in motion, and the pass. He's got Schneider 15 outside the 10-yard line to the 11, near the 10, I should say. So part of that penalty yardage eaten up with that play. And it's 1st and 10 at the 11. .9:22 clock running. And the give. This is Snyder. Snyder hurdle with a low hurdle. It was a fallen defender. He went over that one pretty quick. Gets down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. There's a flag behind him holding against Navarro.
They're going to get Navarro for a hold. I think what this hold is going to be is number 54 for the Bulldogs. And that's going to be Quentin McCarty, a 6'2" sophomore out of Brownwood, Texas. He just kind of laid on the guy.
Sometimes you got to wonder why those are penalties. He's not holding him. He's just kind of holding him down.
Yeah, that's it. He's not holding him he's just holding him down.
Gravity's taking over.
Looks like he was trying to kind of perform an exorcism and keep him from floating up to the ceiling.
Yeah, don't want it floating up. That's right. I'm trying to make a play here. Shackleton breaks the tackle. Now he lets it go, and they're going to allow that pass to go ahead and take place. I thought he was already out of bounds. Are they going to call that an incomplete pass?
You know, Shackleton's kind of a little gimpy right now, but
I guess so. No, they're not. They marked it back at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he was out of bounds too.
So at the 24-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 23. So that actually will go down as a Blinn Buccaneer sack.
I mean, you've got to let that one fly way sooner than that. Just throw it out the back of the end zone.
9:01 to go. And Shackleton will empty the backfield. And
they moved it back up.
Okay, so it does go as an incomplete pass. So 2nd down and 20. And Shackleton. Now he's going to take a sack.
Yeah, the defense done a great job at reading that, not biting on the fake.
So they'll go back to the 24-yard line on the 3-yard sack, which is where they were on that previous play.
Is it me or is it just that since both of these teams, when they get down inside the 10, they start going backwards?
It seems like both defenses have picked up the pace once they get inside the 20, yeah. They need the one. Shackleton will empty the backfield. 8:13 clock running. Bulldogs have a 7-point lead in the ball inside the Blinn 30. Shackleton up, pass, caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Navarro College.
That is a great job by Shackleton to look out there and find, I think it was which team? Who was that?
That's 18. That's Moamu.
Moamu, he just goes up and high points that ball. Just out jumps the defender. And let's find out what this flag is all about.
It's at the goal line. What a terrific catch. Oh, I bet you after the touchdown he threw the ball up in the air. So
Yes.
either delay a game or an unsportsmanlike is going to follow this. Touchdown is good.
That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
On the extra point, Zamundio's kick is good. 8:02 remaining in the ball game. Our new score, the Navarro College Bulldogs 24, Blinn College 10. We'll step away while they reset for the kick. You are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports.
After the penalty, the Bulldogs will be kicking off from the 20-yard line.
After the 15-yard penalty assessed, the kick will be from the 20-yard line. Taken at the 22 by Andrews. Trying to find a seam and slips into one, and he'll get good field position. And penalty flags. Here comes some more. And it sits at the 42-yard line, so we'll wait for this one.
It's that point in time in the ball game where a little bit of testosterone, is kind of.
Michael and I did get a chance to visit with Coach Taylor at the luncheon before you came to the team luncheon.
Amazing guy.
Very, very cool dude to talk to. Enjoyed that very much. Also, we talked to Coach Cottrell. And everybody here knows him as Richie Cottrell, but I told him this afternoon, I said, I can't call him Richie Cottrell. He's Coach Cottrell.
Right.
It just rolls off the tongue that way. It doesn't roll any different direction. But I enjoyed visiting with everybody today. It was just a really, really cool afternoon. Looking forward to continued relationships with Navarro College. And you guys allow us to do this, and I'm not sure why you guys allow us to do this, but you do, and we appreciate it. So one of these days they're going to figure out we don't know what we're doing. We're just winging this.
No, what they're going to figure out is I don't know what I'm doing, and they're going to question you about why you brought me on.
I got you in doing it, right? So Navarro's going to be assessed 15, so that's going to set the Buccaneers up in really good field position at the 47-yard line in Navarro territory. So don't go away yet. This is not quite over yet. There's still half the quarter.
This field position right here is basically because of that unsportsmanlike on the touchdown.
That's the difference. So Lewis, now he's going to keep it. He's got big running room here. He'll get 8 or 9, 10 yards on first down. Emerson out of the ball game right now. So he'll pick up 9.
It seems like, I guess Blinn's just trying to get themselves back in the ball game, try to get this down to a one-score game, so they're going to put in a more mobile quarterback.
And they give it to Hayes. Hayes is going to break it outside, and he will pull everybody out of bounds, and it's enough for a Blinn full first down.
In on the tackle for the Bulldogs, it's going to be number 5. It's going to be J.P. Patterson, the 6'2" sophomore out of McKinney Boyd.
Pair of 9-yard runs here gives the Blinn Buccaneers 1st and 10 inside the Navarro 30. 7 minutes to go. As you watch the clock, we'll watch the game here for you. Pass into the flat is overthrow is Harrington.
Yeah, they were trying to hit Harrington out here on this little old flare pass that they ran all day long. You know, that flare pass has been pretty much been their bread and butter today whenever they have to pick up yardage.
And it's been open most of the day. It's just they have not been able to connect on it much in the second half.
I'm willing to bet you this coming week during practice that the Bulldogs are going to work on stopping that because somebody else is going to see that.
Very true. 4 wide receivers on second down. And it's Lewis. And he's in trouble, and he's going to throw it away. That's going to have to draw a flag.
That ball did not make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it was not out of the tackle box either, so that could be an intentional grounding. Oh, they're just going to say a third down, okay. That's what I get for guessing, right? That looked like that might be an intentional grounding call.
Well, the young man standing right before you get to the original line of scrimmage caught it.
They're down in 10.
Out of bounds.
1-step drop. Crossing route is caught. That is number 3. That is Turner Smith. And he did pick up a first down. And let's see. Blinn has 2 timeouts left. Navarro's got all 3. And they're going to back the Buccaneers up 5.
It's all mental, guys. It's all mental.
First down and 15. Blinn needs the 9. First down and 15 there at the 24. 6:22 and counting. Clock running, fourth quarter. And the pass is caught on the far side. And he'll be dropped after a very, very short gain on the play.
Yeah, there's going to be Harrington again.
He's going to have 12 catches for like 7 yards, I think.
I would say 9 yards.
I think you're right. Second down, 14. Because you're kind of spinning your wheels there when you don't get anything. You got to move down the field. 6 minutes to go. 4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left. And Lewis under pressure and dropped in the backfield. Bulldogs get the sack. In on the play for the Bulldogs, number 45. Alfred Wilkerson, the freshman from Cooper. A lot of Bulldogs from Bulldog High Schools, as he's a Cooper Bulldog.
Leave it up to you. If you people out in TV land don't know this, there is not a mascot in Texas football that my broadcast brother, not my broadcast partner, does not know.
Third down and a mile. They need the 9-yard line. Lewis back to pass. All day to throw it. Tipped and knocked down. Oh, with the rebound. All you need is a rebound layup there as he swats that one away. Let's see who gets that one. Being held in the process.
He's being held in the process. If he's not being held, he gets both of his hands up and possibly picks that one off.
Couldn't tell the number, but what a great play there. Fourth down and 21. .5:10 remaining in the ball game. This is the play for Blinn to try to stay in this one. They're bringing everybody. Pass is complete. It is for the first down. Terrific play design as they hit Hayes out of the backfield.
And Hayes, like I said, I'm just curious to see just how many yards Hayes has. He has been a workhorse today for this Blinn Buccaneer offense.
He's down to the 6-yard line. First down. They pick up the first down So first and goal for Blinn. And Lewis, again, all day, he'll dump it, and it is knocked away. Good play that time by number 24. That is Dylan Gordon from San Antonio J.
San Antonio John J.
So second down and goal to go. 4:46 left. Blinn trying to cut this down to a single score. And the jet sweep to.
That is going to be number 1.
That is Tracy James Jr. And he'll get the 4-yard line. They're going to give him a little bit out of that jet.
I mean, we're at 4 minutes and 25 seconds, and this ball game is far from being over.
Oh, no question.
Especially if they can score right here.
And still back 2 timeouts. Yeah, they're still in good shape. Be good for the Bulldogs to get a stop here. 4:10 to go. James will go in motion, and then he's going to come back around, and they're going to have to call timeout here. Timeout taken by Blinn. 4:04 remaining in the contest. Don't go away. Blinn's threatening to score to cut this to a 1-score game. So we'll step away while they're in the timeout, while they're discussing their strategy. And you are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. Back in a moment.
Friday at 6 o'clock here at the Community National Bank and Trust Stadium. 6 o'clock this Friday.
You guys ready? Back to the percussion. We go jump, jump, bam, 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 bam. Okay, here we go. Fold. Everybody's ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and up, 2, catch it.
That's Michael Busby. I'm Scott Batts. Everybody having a good time here as the Blinn College Buccaneers trying to cut into the lead. Right now, Navarro's not letting them in. 3rd down and short. Goal to go. And it's Lewis. Lewis sacked. Brought down again. It'll be 4th down again.
No, they better line up to kick the field goal right here. Who was that in on that sack? That's number 26 for the Bulldogs.
Isaiah Griffin.
The 6'3" freshman out of McKinney takes. There is a ton of kids out of McKinney.
Coach Taylor recruited like crazy in McKinney, didn't he? 4th and goal, they're going to leave the offense on the field. Lewis, back to pass. Lewis gets by one, but can't get by the second one.
And the Bulldogs take over on downs.
D.K. Johnson, the Lancaster Tiger, with the sack. Loss of 7, all academic, because in the comments section of the stat sheet goes ball over on downs. So Navarro takes over 1st down and 10 with 3:18 to go. Just remember, our next broadcast will be October the 25th. We will have 2 telecasts at least, and if the Bulldogs have a playoff game, Lord willing, we will also be here for that. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Wouldn't mind doing a couple of Navarro games for the playoffs in November, would you?
I don't have a problem with it.
And the give up the middle. Picking up 10 yards and a 1st down, I believe, is going to be Snyder.
That is going to be number 23. That is going to be Sergio Snyder.
29-yard line, 1st down and 10, 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, you know, Blinn's got down to that last timeout, you know, when the clock's just steady ticking away. And once this thing gets down to the 2-minute timeout, well, yeah, the 2-minute timeout.
You got it. You nailed it.
And, you know, they're probably not going to be able to stop this thing if Navarro can pick up a first down.
And to give us
Or score.
It's Snyder in the open field, 50, 40, foot race, 20, inside the 20 to the 15. Sergio Snyder, first down, Bulldogs with a long run downfield.
Now that right there, that right there is that's a dagger right there.
58 yards on the carry. Now you wonder how many yards he's got. It's going to be a bunch, kids.
I'm willing to bet he's over 200.
He might be at 200. At the 14-yard line, and they're going to take this one down to the 2-minute timeout. And we are there. 2 minutes to go here at Corsicana. It is the 2-minute timeout. We will take it with them. 2 minutes to play here in Corsicana. It's 24-10 Navarro. And you are watching Navarro College Bulldog football on Navarro Sports. Back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana High School. 2 minutes to go, 24-10 Navarro in a commanding lead, and they snap bobbles and covered at the 19-yard line for a loss.
Yep. Here we go. We're down inside the 20. This is when the teams are starting to go backwards, you know, and this is when things start to go wrong. On this day.
Seems to be that's the way, but Blinn really doesn't have the capacity to stop the ball, so that's really not much more than a kneel down. They didn't lose the ball for sure. Double tight. And they will run it. It is Snyder. Snyder to the 15. Snyder down inside the 15 to the 12. And Blinn will burn their last time out.
And that right there is just whatever you want to call it, I guess just giving you guys a break, because like I said, you're down to 113 and you're down 24-10, no timeouts now.
Yeah, with 113 and no timeouts, yeah, that's the last gasp for Blinn. Again, the upcoming schedule for Navarro. Give you that real quick. On the 4th, they're going to play TWA, which is a schedule game that's not on the original schedule. It's one of those fill-in games. Navarro will be a heavy favorite there. Then they will go to Athens to take on TVCC, battle the Cardinals there. They will be open on the 18th, and we will return with you on Navarro Sports to bring you Navarro and Cisco as the Wranglers come to visit. On November the 1st, they'll be at Tyler, and then they will host Nemi on November the 8th, and then the playoffs after that is Brundage. Brundage is in the end zone, touchdown Navarro.
And that is the final nail in this coffin.
Deshaun Brundage with the 13-yard touchdown run.
The sophomore out of Temple, Texas, getting it done.
That's going to make the point spread look a little bit more convincing. This game was much closer than 31-10.
Well, going into half and coming out of half, we're at 14-10.
Kick is up. The kick is good. And we'll let you enjoy the sound of Navarro playing Navarro Fight. There, and Andrews takes it, and he's going to cut it upfield, and he's hog-tied, for lack of a better term.
I would honestly, I don't know if you could call that a hog tie or a more kind of like laying the smack down, because it definitely looked like a wrestling move.
So Blinn will have it first and 10 at the 28 with 1:02 to go, and they are now down 21. A convincing Navarro College win today.
You know, these last two ball games of Navarro, they've done a great job at finishing them out.
Lewis, his pass is complete.
That is going to be complete to number 10 for the Buccaneers. That's going to be Jathan Duncan, the 6'1" freshman out of Houston, Cypress Creek in Houston, Texas.
Second down and a couple, 57 seconds left. And Lewis will keep it, tuck it, and gets to the 40 and hit at the 42. He'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, they're just trying to get out of here.
First down and 10 there. Emerson replaced by Lewis. Young man from Elgin, Texas. Here there's a sausage place that makes pretty good grub down in Elgin.
I've had those Elgin sausages, and they are pretty good.
And Lewis's pass is incomplete. Need to make a trip down there at some point or another.
Of course, if you look at me, you don't have to tell that. You don't have to. You can tell that. You know, I will indulge in some eateries.
Yeah,
you
know, I wouldn't have even mentioned that at all. You know, why would I do that?
You know, but on a serious note, this time last year, I was a much bigger person than I am today.
25 seconds left. Pass is complete. Breaking a tackle, and I think he's going to stay in bounds.
Yeah, they're going to mark. I think they'll still mark him in bounds. The clock's still running, and they're just going to let this one right here run out. Well, I say they're going to let it run out, but they're going to try to get in one more play. This one's going deep.
And that will do it. Our final score, Navarro 31, Blinn 10. Navarro goes to 3-1 on the season. More importantly, Michael Busby, as they're 3-0 in conference play. Blinn drops to 1-1. Tyler came in at 1-1. They've got a game lead on practically everybody 3 games in. If you TCB, that means take care of business.
Your business will take care of you.
I think Coach Taylor would probably echo that remark. Just a huge win today. really, really good job by the Bulldogs to get that done today.
Well, that puts you in the driver's seat. Taking care of your business will put you in the driver's seat. But, I just think overall today this was a very exciting day, an exciting ball game. And, Navarro took care of their business today.
As they jumped out on them, they only lost the lead at one point to 10-7. They got the lead. They never let it go.
Right.
But what we saw that we didn't see, now this is only our second sample size of seeing Navarro live. Now, I watched the live games the couple of times they were on the road, which, by the way, is really odd looking at them in white jerseys, just in case you were wondering. But watching the live stream of other places, and by the way, I don't want to mince any words, but I have not seen a single instant replay from the other live streams like we get. So I want our folks to understand that our folks give you instant replay that you don't normally get when you go see somebody else's. I'll just leave that side note alone.
Hey, I hope y'all hear this.
So, but anyway, as you watch that, though, as the defense the last couple of times, and you mentioned this a couple of times before already, on how the Bulldogs maybe start a little bit slow defensively, but, man, once they start moving it forward, Mo starts to put on their side of the ball just an outstanding job defensively. From 10-7, it went 24-0 Navarro.
Well, yeah, like you said, from 10-7, it went, like you said, 31-10. And the defense, once they just got their foot on the gas, they just kept their foot on it. Once they got them down, they stayed on them. Great job to Coach Taylor and his coaching staff, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, all assistant coaches, and most of all the young men for putting their hearts out there on the line for the rest of their teammates.
For today, a few folks we do want to thank, and we first of all want to recognize our inductees one more time: Donnie Duncan from football, Susie Gatlin Rains in softball, Hiram Harrison for basketball, Mike Montford, good friend of ours, very special man. Certainly thank you for your friendship over the years. We definitely appreciate that. The sports information specialist today. Drew Montgomery in football, Teddy Noel in baseball, Pat Williams in football, and John Underwood in basketball. And then, of course, that fabulous 2019 Navarro College volleyball team who went 31-0 and won a national championship. Also, thanks to our visit with Coach Taylor this afternoon at the festivities. And, of course, thanks to Coach, I call him Coach because he's the athletic director in student services, but he's still Coach Landers. Coach Michael Landers, who has had some awards for himself. Congratulations to him. Thank him and Dr. Kevin Fagan for inviting us to the festivities today. It was a fabulous day to be a part of that. Also to Coach Cotrier and the rest of those, getting the chance to see Coach Orr, the basketball coach, who's been a special man to me as I've gotten a chance to visit with him and know him over the years. Just an outstanding day. Coach Landers mentioned it at the first sentence of our festivities this morning. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Most definitely.
And today was it for Navarro College.
Yes, it was. I had a couple of nephews that have graduated from here, and it's Navarro's just right down the road from where we both live at, there in the big city of Wortham. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with going to Navarro. I mean, hey, like he said in his speech today, others may have other options, but this may be the only option for some kids. And don't turn Navarro down just because it's a small school. I'm a small school person. I would love to have went to school in Navarro, So big shout out to Navarro College today.
Motive means opportunity, and that's always great for the Navarro College. And again, we definitely appreciate that. Bulldogs are 3-1, 3-0, and they lead the conference standings. And that will do it here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana High School. Your final score again: Navarro College 31, Blinn College 10. Join us for our next broadcast on Navarro Sports Football when we will be back here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium on the campus of Corsicana ISD when we return on October the 25th when the Cisco Wranglers come to calling, and we will bring you the exciting play-by-play for Michael Busby and for our crew Thanks to the 4 high school folks that we've mentioned a couple of times today, and for the adult staff as well. For Michael Busby, I'm Scott Bass saying good night and good afternoon from Corsicana. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.